Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the channel today.
Come over here.
This is the Facts on JW. We are live streaming today. Want to make sure that you can hear us good. We have our microphone. And I'm just going to say hello to everybody. Hello, Happy Thoughts. Hello, Born JW. Oh, they said you were late.
Move.
Yeah, we're late.
Move.
Say hello.
Hey, everybody.
What's wrong with Coco?
She won't move and you're going to roll over on
her. Let's see. Hi, Maverick. yeah, we did get in here a little bit late. We were trying to set up a camera, but it wasn't working. So we just have the camera that's on the computer, but it's a little fuzzy. So we're trying to get a different camera set up, but that just takes too long. And all right, so we just want to say.
Plus, I was eating.
Oh, let's see. Oh yeah.
Plus, I was eating.
Oh. Yeah, and I just came from work, so I'm just rushing to get here. And
JST, Homo sapien, everybody, grow, help, everybody's here.
Oh yeah, hi.
Jeff, Dallas, Maverick.
Hi, Dallas. Yeah. And shout out to all of our YouTube members and our Patreon members too. And I'm trying to remember, I should write this down. I did have it in my head yesterday of my YouTube members. But just the ones I can remember: Happy Thoughts, Jeff, Esther. Let's see, there was Obat, Yarection, and I can't remember who else. But I just thank you all for joining the membership and for the ones who joined Patreon. And of course, the last video that I did was about the latest governing body update, which everybody is talking about. Yep. So I was surprised to see as many people that watched it that did. So I appreciate that.
It was like one of two that got the most views there in that shorter period of time that we've done. So that was pretty good. Yeah, a lot of people ended up watching it, which is pretty cool. And hi, David. Oh, I like this name. What is it? Mintanella JW Bestelita. Oh, okay. You're Brazilian. Oh. I don't know what that says. Something about English. I'm Brazilian. You don't speak Portuguese. Your English is horrible. That's what I think it says. Oh, okay.
It's okay. I actually know Spanish, so I can kind of.
Some, but Portuguese is hard.
Yeah, I can kind of pick out a little bit.
Has some Arabic words in it.
If I'm reading it. And we also have, if you look in the description, you can join in on the chat on StreamYard if you want to do that. And I don't know how to remove that, the whole, like last time we did this, it didn't have all this like
the duck head
StreamYard everywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. Hi, Pep. Oh, okay. Hi. You watched my interview with Light Over Darkness?
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you watching that. Yeah, I just thought I'd share it on another channel that was Christian channel, but just sharing my experience as a Jehovah's Witness and leaving. Hi, Americanos. Kunto Kinti. Hello. Reasonable to conclude. Hello. Oh, thank you for. She said, I loved your interview. Thank you so much.
I have an old intro
I'm not sure.
Rehearsed out to do.
Oh,
Okay, you were going to say something?
I said I had a whole intro I was going to do. I was going to do like the Wolfman Jack intro, but it's too late now.
No,
we'll do it later.
Oh, okay. You can say what? Dallas says hello to everybody.
Kunta Kinte.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing from the movie Roots.
Oh.
Reasonable to conclude?
Hello, Gabriel Konkowski. Another brilliant stream. Love from England. Very cool. I like to see all my people from other countries coming in. Other than the U.S., of course, is the main one, but it's kind of cool to see people from other countries to come on here too. Okay, David says to do the Wolfman Jack intro.
Oh, I'll have to rehearse it again, guys. I just ate something, so it's kind of. I had a protein bar, and it's like, ew, my mouth's dry.
This is good. It's like it gets stuck in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's so chewy. Oh, do you have some music you want to play in the background?
I don't have the speaker.
Oh, you'll have to go get
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have music on your phone, right?
Yeah.
But it has to be copyright-free music, of course.
Yeah, and you don't know what'll start playing.
It's true. So, the
other day, I was in the gym listening to music. Out of the Blue Parliament Funkadelic started playing. I was like, oh.
So in the thumbnail, I put in there, can ex-Jehovah's Witnesses get re-brainwashed? I felt like it was a good one because recently I saw that happen to somebody that I know personally. But not to interrupt, but I just want to answer this question here. Does your t-shirt stand for Kingdom Interest Saves Souls?
Oh, yes. I don't know if anybody remembers back in the 70s what the Jehovah's Witnesses said it stood for. It was hilarious.
Oh, right. The Kiss one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi, Maverick.
Sing a Kiss song?
Yeah. That was like his favorite band, by the way.
That'd have to be something Peter Criss did. With my deep voice, think about that.
Oh, a Christmas song. Oh, Watchtower has a Christmas song? Oh, okay. I have to hear this. I don't know it. Yeah. All right. So how many of you think it's possible to get re-brainwashed? And like maybe you personally are not, but do you know anyone who has ever been a Jehovah's Witness who was out and then got re-brainwashed into it? Because I know someone personally that she was out for, when she was out, she got this fellowship probably 15 years ago, and she didn't go back to it. We even had apostate discussions, and pretty much all of her family is in the religion. Did you want to say something?
Oh, Jay got it. It was in the Watchtower magazine, Knights in Satan Service.
Okay. Hi, Jay. So she was out, and I asked her, hey, do you want to go back just to talk to your family? Because she had like all of her family in it, like sisters and her mom and dad and nieces and nephews and all that, except for her two children were not in. And so she was like, nah, I don't want to do that. And, so not believing in it by then. And then one day her son, who by then was like 18, 19, was starting to get fed lies by the family. Everybody's Jehovah's Witness, like several generations. And so they were talking to him, and he got convinced that this was the truth. And then he decided to start shunning his mother. And so she was trying to reason with him, and there was just no reasoning. And he decided to become a Jehovah's Witness and shun his mother. So for that reason, she got reinstated. It took her 1 year going back to all the meetings, and she had been out for like 15 years, and it took her about a year. She gets reinstated so that she could speak to her son, and in the end,
she ends up going back to the meetings. Now, her husband is not a Jehovah's Witness, never has been. So I don't know what he thinks about all this. But apparently she's been out in field service. She has a JW Bible. She said that she can, like, she's kind of like not fully brainwashed or anything, because she still will talk to.
But she did it for her son.
Apostates. Yeah, but she won't talk negative about the Watchtower anymore, though. She won't say anything bad.
Right.
And I don't know if she's doing that to protect herself, so it doesn't come back on her, because she just said, "Oh, they're not that bad anymore. They're definitely lightened up." And I'm like, how do you stand listening to lies? I mean, just how do you go to the Kingdom Hall?
People live in fear. They don't want to say what they're really thinking in that organization.
That's true. But I mean, you can't say it to people who aren't in anymore.
No, because they're afraid it'll get back, and then they'll be disfellowshipped.
And I was thinking
she'll
that
lose her
too.
son and her family members that's in.
And I was thinking she was probably lying when she said things like, "Well, I can't talk to apostates anymore."
Because she knew all the YouTube channels back in the day.
Yeah.
She knew Lloyd Evans and all those guys, Kim and Mikey. She knew them all.
Mm-hmm. So she's going to just go through the motions and be a PIMO, I guess. But
well, she went back there to make her son happy, so he would talk to her.
Oh no, sad.
Yeah.
Her daughter never joined.
Yep. Thank goodness.
Her son did, unfortunately.
And then she got reintroduced because she got love bombed. Once she got reinstated.
That don't last.
Nope.
Oh, Gabriel, thank you. We love you both immensely for all your hard work. Very good. I'm also listening to Isaac Miller. Have you seen his videos? Yeah, I actually did an interview with him. I think that's who it is. Isaac. Yeah. Doesn't he have that channel called Free Up Your Mind or something like that?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did an interview with him a little bit ago, and he gave his well, he just said how he woke up. And it was good. I mean, he definitely was very good at using his critical thinking skills. But regarding like going back to JW, I do think she's in it, obviously, because of her son. But I think she might believe in it partially. Maybe not 100%, but partially. And then I know someone else who, like, he was never a Jehovah's Witness. His wife was a Jehovah's Witness. She wasn't in the organization really following it while they were married. They're divorced now. And she even went to another church and everything. And then they got divorced. And then now her mother is a hardcore JW, and she's like really pressuring her to come back to the meetings and all. So now she's going back to the meetings and starting to believe all this nonsense after she'd been going to other churches. It just, I don't understand like how you can fall back into that stuff. But it just shows how powerful brainwashing can be. And I think the problem with the witnesses is that they like being told what to do to some degree. It's a comfort zone for them, because if you take that from them, they're scared. They don't know where to go. Where do we go from here? What do we believe in? Who do we turn to? And so that it's like this sense of like a little bit of a comfort zone for them, because they're told what to do, say, and think. Mm-hmm. But then you're not using your free will. And that's also
it's something they're comfortable with. That's how they get re-brainwashed back into it. Yeah, the comfortability. That's the comfort of it. And, they got family there. They got friends. It feels, because they grew up there, that feels right to them, even though it's not. Mm-hmm. They get sucked right back in. I mean, it's a type of brainwashing. Some people get angry when they wake up. She never did.
Yep. Then she never really was fully awake.
Right.
Okay, Jeff says if you can get re-brainwashed, then you never fully deconstructed in the first place. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe she hadn't looked up YouTube. No, she had, right? Well,
yeah, she had done research. She
a little bit. I don't think it was a lot.
She watched a bunch of YouTube channels because we talked. She watched Lloyd. I mean, she watched them all.
Mm-hmm. So she might not be fully in.
But she believes some things
Some
still.
of it, yeah.
Yeah, that was her problem. She still believes some things.
High time
She
will
didn't
pass.
believe in the cross, even though she had a cross.
She had a cross?
Yeah.
But she didn't believe in it.
Nope.
So why does she have it?
I don't know.
Maybe it was like for decoration. Some people have it for that.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm having a rummage sale. Should I turn it up?
A rummage.
When people stop by.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Be careful buying stuff at a rummage sale.
I know, right? It might be possessed. If someone doesn't fully wake up, they could go back, but mostly pomies go back. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because the ones who are like physically out, they're just inactive, right? They still believe. They still believe. But then, so this person is kind of in an in-between situation. She's not really pomy, and she's not really a believer, and she isn't really an unbeliever.
Well, that's how they keep people in there, because they suck them back in.
And to think, oh, it's not so bad. It's
no,
good.
that's the intention of that mess, to keep them sucked back in and to mess with them, and to keep them locked into that organization.
Yeah. There's no way I would go back to the JW now. No way possible.
Good for you, Borneo. No way.
Yeah. I would say, yes, ex-JWs can become re-brainwashed into coming back into the religion for a number of reasons. Okay. Well, why don't you come on the chat and tell us?
I was always one of those, man. I grew up very independent. I've been on my own since I was 15. And it was hard. I mean, I studied with Scientologists, Jehovah's Witnesses, a couple others I don't want to mention right now. And
oh, yeah. And he got involved in all kinds of
I studied a lot of stuff.
Different ideology, different religion, just because, you're curious. That's all it was, really.
Right. I was looking for what
you want to look. You're looking for answers, and everybody is always looking for what the purpose of life is. And
but just like I told the elder that I studied with, I was like, I'd be your worst nightmare getting disfellowshipped. I was like, I don't care. What are you going to do? If I had my parents in it, I'd tell me kiss my butt. Bye. See ya.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to see you. My life goes on, and I'm good with it, with or without you.
But see, some people do have people that they just feel like they can't
function without.
Like this person I'm talking about, her son. I mean, she just couldn't imagine her life without him. So she went back. And even though she's not a full-on believer, she's going to be believing in some of the things they say. And I don't know how in the world she can go out in service and preach lies. My friend woke up the same time as me. Oh, wow. Woke up his wife. Oh, that's good. She left, but he decided to go back to the meetings. Why? See, this is weird.
That's the sad part right there. Because they miss their family. They have to have their family.
Some people.
Because they grew up with a family that was kind and loving while they were in.
Mm-hmm.
And it is sad. It's very sad.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to put Christmas lights on Christmas trees and a Santa Claus in front of a Kingdom Hall. Yeah, that would be great.
Born JW, what you said is exactly correct. Most kids are physically in, mentally out, and you can go into the Kingdom Halls. And this is something I like. And anybody, if you do go in there, I hope nobody really does, because it's like the worst experience I can think of, but we've done it. But if you do, send us pictures. Send us all the pictures you can. But make sure you're in a state to where it has a one-party law, to where as long as one party's aware of the recording, you're fine.
Oh, this is cool. SD says, my husband was born and raised Catholic. Sorry about Joey.
Shut the door.
Okay. Excuse me. There's somebody. There's people.
UPS. I heard them pull up.
Oh, okay. My husband was born and raised Catholic in the 70s. He almost joined Scientology in the 80s, and he joined the Moonies. In the 90s, he joined Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh my goodness. So it's like he was searching for something, and I'm guessing he's still a Jehovah's Witness.
You know what a lot of people don't know is Jim Parsons helped. I don't know if you guys know who Jim Parsons is, but he actually helped L. Ron Hubbard by giving him a loan to start up the Scientology. Mm-hmm. So the cult of Thelema, which they were all both part of.
So Jeff says, I know a guy who got sucked into the Moonies after he experienced his experience, he's deeply sensitive to cults and the cult mentality. Yeah, and so it's not just Jehovah's Witnesses, obviously. You know, I would just say any high control religious group, how many people leave and then go back later because their family, because
is all early in here?
They feel, I don't know, they feel like they're sucked in for because they feel like a connection with these people. I don't know how they could, but honestly, but I really think most of the time it's just family.
Wow, there's a lot more people here, right? So,
Kev, hello, Kev.
Yeah, Bo the Hopper.
A lot of JWs will interpret the changes as good sign of growth with the organization.
QC man.
Crazy. Yeah, QC man. Little Red Riding Hood.
Mm-hmm. I saw
like
somebody
that.
else too.
And Bo the Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas.
I saw somebody I never saw before somewhere.
Okay, so Jay says some people struggle with what if the Jehovah's Witnesses are right. And so this is what I have
QC man.
For anyone out there who might be listening to this, who maybe you are inactive but you believe, or maybe you don't believe but you're a fence sitter and you could go back. Please do your research about the religion you're about to join, no matter what religion it is. And if you think that Jehovah's Witnesses have the truth because they say they do, you need to do your research. And for me, the research came from understanding that 1914 didn't add up. And the fact that they don't join the United Nations was a big thing for me. Those two things I think should wake most people up. Maybe the younger generation, maybe not so much because they don't really talk about it as much, but it should still wake them up with 1914 because that's still the foundation of their religion.
Hey, so John Marciano.
Do your research before joining.
Glad you're here.
John?
Yeah, everybody, welcome John here.
Hi, John. Does he say something here?
He said a couple things. He said hi, and then he said cult hopping.
Cult hopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was cult hopping.
Yeah. Yeah. And people are looking for answers. You know, they may join a controlling group, and that's where you have to do your research to find out what you're joining and, you know, what's the foundation of the religion that you're joining. And then what do they do today? And also like just like ask them. Of course, they're not going to tell you the answer, but if a Jehovah's Witness comes to your door and you can't just point blank say, hey, do you shun? Do Jehovah's Witnesses shun? They're going to say no. They're going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
But you could say, well, how do you treat people who have left Jehovah's Witness religion? And so then that kind of gets them in a corner a little bit, but they will say something like, well, they have the freedom to leave whenever they want. Right. What are the consequences of leaving? So then that's where you kind of put them in a corner. Are you currently shunning anybody right now? Anybody in your family, anyone, any friends? Because guarantee you somebody coming to your door is shunning somebody right now. I have a friend that has been disfellowshipped for many years. He is planning to get married to get reinstated. He told me he doesn't agree with most of the decisions of the governing body, but believes it's true.
Dallas finally figured it.
That's crazy. Like, how do you say, well, I don't believe most of what the governing body says, but I still believe it's the truth. Again, if you can convince this man, tell him to do his research and tell them why it's not the truth from God. They have to come to terms with that.
Oh, yeah. So if anybody has pictures or anything they've taken at conventions or Kingdom Halls over the past year, please send them this way. You can send them to factsonjw@gmail.com.
What pictures for what?
Any assemblies or Kingdom Halls, but make sure you're in a one-party law state where as long as one party knows you're recording, you're fine, even if it's on private property. Okay.
I really enjoy the variety in EXJW. So many different beliefs, but so good. Like Miles, Mindstrone.
Hey, Hannah.
Oh, Minestrone, Soup for Soul. Yeah, true. It's a variety there. But research, people. You got to do your research because you got to get over the thinking. I mean, how many people might still, who are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, decide, hey, you know what, this isn't true, but still believe in some of the things they taught. Like, I know people who are never going to go back to the Kingdom Hall, but still believe Jesus died on an upright stake. Historically, that is not true. It's not true, but they have that in their head. So I think you got to do your research, people. I think if they don't do some research on who or what Watchtower are involved in, they could allow themselves to go back. So research helps you so that you can know truth, the real truth of what's happened. History will tell you the truth.
You know what got me is the thing when you look at the Watchtower and what Russell originally taught with pyramidology and stuff, and Thou Kingdom Come is one of the books he taught that in a lot. And if you take a look at what was going on during that time frame of history, Aleister Crowley was also teaching pyramidology as well.
Yeah.
I mean, was it something in the water? I mean, what was going on? Have you ever thought about that?
Well, so that was a time when a lot of religion was coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
But a lot of new religions were happening then. People were gaining more freedom to worship how they choose, which is good. Yeah. But the negative about that is that's when cults start happening.
Well, it started with, Martin Luther and the guy right before Martin Luther. Those two people really started it.
Well, they didn't start a cult, though.
But they started the fractions of religions. That's when it started, and it just sprang off, and all those religious wars took place.
Right. This will be a history lesson for everybody.
Yeah, it was a lot of religion. It almost wiped out most of Europe. So.
I know. 1 minute in the UK, you're either Catholic or Protestant, depending on who the king was.
France, I mean, it's roof. And then it went from that to everybody getting back to normal. And then in the 1700s, the 18th century, 1700s, here we go again, all the way into the 19th century. And then it really got crazy. But it wasn't a religious war like bloodshed that time. Except,
But what's with them doing the Masonic temple? Like, why did so many of them get involved in that?
It's old. I don't know. I think it comes from the Knights Templar, the Knights. Yeah. The people that went to protect Israel during the crusade. Yeah. I think that's where it come from, but I don't know a lot about it.
What is culty about it? Like,
some people think I mean, when you start talking about the Knights Templar or the Knights, good Lord, you get all kinds of things that come up. So
I like
you get into conspiracy theories and everything.
Well, see, that's kind of another subject, the Masonry, whatever it is, everyone says that's a cult, but like, why? What is about it that is a cult? I'd like to know that. If any of you don't understand how undue influence works, we can get caught again into a new cult. So
that is correct.
You could leave one cult and join another cult. Yep. So that's another thing. So either you go back to JW or you join another cult that's high control, because you need that sense of belonging. You need that, like, I need someone to tell me what to do, say, and think, because it gives me comfort. So
Homo sapien, that's where I was heading with that.
Where is it? So I can
right here.
Up, so.
It's down near the end.
Okay. I'm trying to get into
she gets way behind on these.
Only if I'm talking too much. I'm sorry.
But
I want to read some other comments before that.
That was actually correct. Exactly what you're saying is, if people would look at the origins and see where it come from, how could you believe? Like, think about this. I say this all the time. I do it for a reason. Jehovah's Witnesses originally believed, the Bible and Tract Society, the Bible students originally believed that in 1799, the end began. 1874, Jesus took the throne in heaven. 1878, the harvest work began. And 1914 was going to be the end of time. Then it was 1916. Then it was 1918. Then it was 1929. And then in 1929, 1930, Rutherford said, you know what? 1914 was the day Jesus took the throne. And they changed the whole doctrine and started the crazy crap you got now.
Yeah. Hi, Hannah. Good morning, everyone.
And there's tons of books to back this up. Our Lord's Return.
It's 40 degrees every day in Japan. Are we talking Celsius or
Celsius.
Fahrenheit?
Talking Celsius.
Yeah. The U.S. over here, we use Fahrenheit. We're not like everybody else, which we should have been. That's a good point, Anthony. So Homo sapien. Okay, so I just was going to post what you mentioned, Homo sapien. I was just thinking that just looking at the crazy beliefs and teachings in the early days should be enough to wake someone up today. Mm-hmm. Yep. And there was something back here I was going to read. Let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to find some comments here. There's something that caught my eye. Now I can't find it.
Well, actually, a peace sign, or if you look at a peace sign, is actually a death rune. Okay. I don't know if you guys know about runic symbols, but it's a death rune, and the German soldiers would use the runic symbol, the SS soldiers, I think, when they would put them in the ground. It was like they'd put that symbol up to show it was a death rune.
Hi, KC. We haven't seen KC here. I've been gone for 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
5 hours. And I really miss my family. Oh, but I can't go back there. I can't. Yeah.
Well, that was Jay that said that.
And is it 5 hours or 5 years? Probably 5 years. So that's the thing too. You know, it's really sad how they make you choose that you have to be. And you have to grovel your way back in, you know, say lies and say, yes, I believe in this, even though I don't. Some people don't know how to function in the real world without the Borg. Yep. They are used to being told what is right and wrong, or what they can or can't do, and they can't think for themselves. That's true. And I think that is probably a big motive for why people do go back, if they are going to go back, because they feel like they just can't think for themselves. And I'll admit, in the beginning, it can be scary because you are on your own. You're like, oh my God, what do I do now? And then you do feel kind of on your own. But if you can just know that will pass too. It won't be permanent, and you'll be able to start thinking for yourself. You just need time. Like time will pass, like that. Time will pass, and you'll get the hang of it. Okay. Kev says, I care more about the false doctrines of the Bible versus the dress code. Yeah. And shunnings. The doctrines need to be exposed, more facts, less emotion. I agree.
Well, their version of the Bible is Jesus.
Oh, and that's another thing.
They claim they knew Greek. And
the Bible itself could wake them up. If they just read the Bible, even their New World twisted version of the Bible, I have read in the New World Translation things that caught my attention, and I thought, I don't know if this is true. So, I mean, like, I was reading the Bible, the New World Translation, when I was still like, you know, kind of borderline believing in between, and I came across the scriptures that talked about where when Jesus died, and after he died, there was like bodies that came out of the grave, and they were talking, you know, they were resurrected. And when they
went to town and preached.
And they went to town and preached. Of course, JW version says, no, they didn't do that. It was other people who came around and talked about that. They were already alive. But that's not what the scripture says. And so I thought, that's not what we teach, Jehovah's Witnesses teach. And so it's things like that I started to wonder if this was true. So even their New World Translation, although I have read other versions of the Bible, and of course you can do a comparison to see.
And there's ancient manuscripts that's older than what they claim that they have access to.
Oh, wow. Born JW, the first time you left, you were 13 years old.
Wow.
That's pretty young. You must have just got baptized and left. I would be a hypocrite to go back. So important to be honest with yourself. Yes, because you do have to go in lying if you're going to go back.
The board does teach you to be scared of everything, the world.
Yep. Got to live in the bubble, because everything else is worldly and evil and satanic.
Oh, you're way back. Artsy, you're absolutely correct. She says, I tried to do an apostate YouTube video, but please don't say out loud, oh.
And Jesus asked you not to say something out loud. Right? All right. So we have, okay, let's see here. Okay, let's read this one. If you offer them your literature, they can't take it. Oh, that's right. The more tactful will take it, but then throw it away when they let's see, when they leave your house. Only a cult can't listen to other ideas for debate. You know, it's funny because I had that happen to me as a Jehovah's Witness. I remember this lady, and I think they were like Pentecostal because they were like wearing long dresses and stuff, and they like just randomly came up to our table when we were eating and they handed us a tract. So I was like, I'm curious. I mean, I'm a curious person. So I was like, I'm going to see what this is. So I started reading it, and I was like, that's not true. So then I threw it away. So you just like, all you do is like, you end up picking out what isn't true. And then you're just like, okay, that's not true. I don't believe that. And then, so it's not really helpful anyways.
Jay, is that song stuck in your head? It is. Now you've stuck it in my head.
Now we have to play that song.
No doubt.
Wow, Jay. You have seen people go back to the Borg after being out for 30 years. Well, they must have been just inactive and didn't do their research, didn't check out any other belief system. Oh, your iPad is acting up and keeps freezing up. So sending funny texts. That's okay. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, so SC says in the 70s, there were barely anything in the library about JWs. That in itself is a red flag. Yeah, that is true. Oh, Bo says, I spent ages deconstructing the beliefs. After I stopped going, I didn't want to get sucked back in for emotional reasons. And that's great. You know, because that's the thing, that it will hold you in there or suck you back in because you have an emotional attachment to the religion or to the people that are in it too. Which, I mean, it's just human nature. Side note, I'm going to add undue influence to my list of band names. I like it. Okay, so if you leave the Jehovah's Witnesses for a stereotypical reason, which is the sin, you never really deconstructed. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you actually left because of examining JW doctrine and then go back, then that's puzzling. That I agree with. And that's true because I think a lot of people who maybe are inactive or got disfellowshipped and just don't go back and they didn't bother researching, it's because of something they did, you know, something sinful, and then they just didn't bother doing the research. And then later on, they started feeling guilty or scared. Actually, we know somebody that happened to.
Who?
Randy.
Oh, yeah.
So the elder that he knew,
he
had gotten disfellowshipped, had cheated on his wife. He had left her for like a year. They didn't get divorced, which is also weird because he was with somebody else. And he was like, he started some sort of martial arts studio. I mean, he was like
he's actually really good at it too, I heard.
Yeah, so he did all kinds of anti-JW stuff. And then all of a sudden, he got scared because
the first Gulf War broke out. And
he thought, oh, Armageddon. So then he ends up leaving the lady he's with, going back to his wife.
Well, his wife got pregnant.
Oh, sorry. He was seeing her and the other lady. Anyways, so
he could have been Mormon.
He went back to his wife. He did away with his martial arts studio and just went fully in. So if you could leave because of sin, you might not have woken up, or you might not wake up.
Yeah.
So you got to do deconstructing, like QC Man says.
Yeah. Quality control man.
Oh. To all ex-JWs, beware of bad association. You know who that is. Yeah. Hi, Artsy Kim. She says hello to everybody.
Oh, Gerald says we need rock and roll for Wolfman Jack. Yes, we do.
My brother believes that the world is controlled by satanic Masons. He told me that Hillary Clinton sacrifices children. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they sin because they want to leave. You're right. No spring chicken. They don't leave because they want to sin. They sin because they want to leave. That is absolutely correct. You can post that. It's down near the end.
Okay.
No spring chicken. All the way at the end.
Pep. He believed in the 1914 doctrine too. Oh, goodness. Well, that's easy to disprove. You need to talk him out of that. Okay, now where?
I'll go all the way then. You get so far behind.
I'm just trying to read everybody's comments. Oh, wait. Let's do this one.
Okay.
I tried to do an apostate YouTube.
No,
video.
don't read.
Oh, she said not to say that?
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. You did the same thing.
Yeah. You're way back.
I removed it quickly. All right, let's go to this one. The 1919 doctrine may be the dumbest.
Oh, she's on a boat.
The dumb doctrine. Mm-hmm. Why would it take years for God, Jesus, to examine all the religions? I know. Like, why would like 1900 years later he decides to choose Jehovah's Witnesses? And what happened to all the other people before that?
Jeez,
they were following a false religion. Okay. Bo says, I think that the key to deconstructing is dismantling the authority of the governing body. Think how they've changed massive teachings. Dates, exactly. Heavenly hope, yep. Over the years, and yet kept followers. I know.
Hey,
like
baby boy.
How they just wrote off 1975, like, hey, that was somebody else. I mean, that was the rank and file's fault. Oh, hey, this is a good one. Jay says, comparing the old New World Translation with the new one could wake some people up.
That's true too, yes.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Oh, yeah. It could be like that too. Like someone getting out of prison after decades and ends up being unable to function in society. Sad. That's true. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hi. Thanks for coming in today, Hannah.
Oh, definitely.
I'll check the archive later. God bless you all.
Thanks,
Thank
Hannah.
you. It's like early in the morning there.
Yeah.
Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Gerard. David explains that he couldn't understand what the problem was about higher education. What? Man, they make me roll my eyes. I mean, because that's all you preached on. I know when I was in high school, I didn't take the SATs because I was like, okay, we're not supposed to. My sister also turned down a scholarship to go to college, just like on the convention. That one guy said he turned down a scholarship to go to college. I mean, how do they think they feel now about knowing that, oh crap, well, now I could have gone. I could have had that degree and gotten good pay. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just make you, they're flip-flopping all the time. How can you, I mean, it's just enough to make your head spin.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember when Satan tempted Jesus rather than refute Satan from the Bible, Jesus sped off in his car?
That convention, man, they'll never live this one down. That's probably the worst. That convention should wake more people up than imaginable.
Okay, well, what could wake them up? Let's
think about it. Here's these two guys, they grow up together. They're friends. One guy is trying, and they pretty much quote what we would say to people. I mean, they quote verbatim, so they know what we're talking about. They are listening. Mm-hmm. And he's talking to somebody to wake up. Well, then they're using Satan and Jesus as a way to get their point across, as if we are Satan, and that other guy, the one that's still a hardcore believer, is Jesus, like Jesus. Mm-hmm. And they are putting it as if it's demonic to even doubt the organization. If you doubt, you are the same as Satan. That's what the point is.
And
when you tell people that they can't even doubt, they can't research, that it's the same as Satan, first thing people's going to do is go look.
Yeah.
They're creating a atmosphere for people to go look.
And that could be a thing too. Like at least like.
Hold on, there's one more point to this.
Oh.
And it's setting it up for the courts to see the amount of power the governing body has.
Yeah.
So, and that's the really good thing. Because I talked to somebody about this, and it would really show the courts that they are really in control.
Yeah.
Now,
oh no, it's fine. Go ahead. Yeah. I don't need. We can do this together.
Yeah.
But I was thinking though, with the convention and the whole like speeding off in your car thing and not listening. Well, like you said with Jesus, like Jesus actually listened to Satan and let him talk, and he listened to him for a while. Like, okay, all right, nope, I'm not going to do that. Okay, next. I mean, at least hear him out, Yep. I mean, not that we're comparing the apostate to Satan here, but at least listen to him for a minute. But they want to be like this, I don't speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil.
Maybe Tony Morris will return. They put a lot of his videos back out. They deleted them and then put them back, a bunch of them back up. But they edited. Yeah. They did do a lot of editing.
Yeah, when he blew out the match and snickered at it. Even then, long before I left, that made me sick to my stomach. He's harsh.
He's a true believer. He's the only true believer they got.
Can you imagine being his wife though? I mean, he seems like a wife beater to me.
Yeah, me too.
Like an alcoholic.
He's traumatized from being in war. He's as a medic, you know what he probably saw.
Yeah, and he talks about dead people like fried human hot dogs.
The guy that started all this crazy nonsense, William Miller, was PTSD. He survived a bomb going off right there to kill everybody around him, but him.
So that means people who end up in that could join cults or start cults.
Yeah, they could.
That's kind of scary. Hi, Zoini.
Well, Jim Jones was a CIA agent. And that's provable.
Oh, yeah. So there you have it.
He was kicked out of Brazil for being one.
In my Kingdom Hall, this last revelation on higher education has caused a huge stir. Okay. People are discussing a lot now. And the Wednesday meeting was lots of small talk during the service. So you're a PIMO?
Who?
Zoini? Are you physically in, mentally out?
Nice.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to send pictures.
Yeah.
Of like,
definitely send all the pictures you can of your Kingdom Hall meetings. If you're
able to send pictures,
don't get yourself in trouble though.
Right. Be careful.
Well, actually, when you send it to us, nobody will know where it come from. So that's all.
If you can take
fine.
a picture of like how many people are in attendance on a, just
don't put your face in there though.
Right. Just
and don't use any secret devices to record. Just use your cell phone.
Just use a quick cell phone. Take a picture. That's all we need. And then send it to us in an email.
And for people in the States, you can just quick Google search your laws, and your laws will show you if you can have the one party video and photo law to see if it's legal. Because if only one party knows, which is yourself, then it's legal. Even on private property. All they can do is ask you to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody spent 30 minutes alone talking to George Gangas.
Oh, really?
And you spent time talking to, what was his name? Sedlick?
Oh, Daniel Sidlick.
Sidlick, yeah.
Yeah. So Gerard says, she said, hasn't had anyone come to the door for a long time. Asked elders if that was because you don't need to report time anymore. That's a good one. Yeah, I knew Daniel Sidlick. Well, I didn't know him personally, but I met him. He knew my father, which I thought was kind of cool. And he was a really nice man. And Raymond Franz spoke highly of him. He was just scared to leave, like a lot of them are. Like he knew it wasn't true and he was scared to leave.
Man, 8-day convention.
Oh, wow. Evie Roller just left last week. Wow. Okay, great. Now, we were talking about this. Be careful not to get thrown back into that religion, because you got to do your research and don't feel like, you're out on your own. And what do I do now? There is a way out. I mean, there's a way to start a new life and you end up having your own free thinking. It just takes time to learn who you are.
And welcome to the channel, if you will.
Yes, thank you. And so just remember to do your research. 1914 is a Crocker. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't want to say curse words, but anyways, and then UN. Yeah. Those are the things I would say woke me up. And then a lot of people of the Australian Royal Commission too, where Jeffrey Jackson said, it would be presumptuous of us to speak for Jehovah because we don't do that.
He was okay.
All right. So let's see. Pep says, my wife's father has been visiting us. He's an elder, but hardly ever watches the broadcast. So when I mentioned that, they have changed views on university, he was visibly surprised. I know. And my mom too, like I asked her, like, hey, did you know that they now we can have higher education? She's like, no, I didn't see that. I'm like, yeah, just go watch the governing body update. I mean, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses know more about what's going on than current Jehovah's Witnesses. and she definitely told me she doesn't feel comfortable toasting and doing cheers.
Oh,
she doesn't want to do that.
If anybody on here was an elder and still has your elder's manual.
Oh, man.
Well, not only that, you don't have to, just for your own benefit, if you wanted to make some cash, put it on eBay, because take a look. Some of those things are selling for like $500.
Yeah. We might have to go buy some.
I'm not going to buy one.
I'm not going to buy one that expensive.
I'll download it. I looked at one not too long ago and it's like, forget that.
Yeah. Before the JW broadcasting showed faces of the governing body, they had a little more mystery about them. Yeah, that's true. Because I remember before, it's like I didn't even know who they were. Like I remember just like the president. Like I knew I knew Frederick Franz.
Yeah.
And I do remember him, and I knew Daniel Sidlick, and like I knew a couple of them, but that was it. I didn't really know anybody else. I mean, and there was like another brother, Barry was his name. And he was like an English brother. And I remember to go into a convention one time where he was there giving a talk, and I talked to him, and he was a nice man. And that was it. Like I didn't know anybody else.
Is Aid to Bible Understanding over there?
Is it that like greenish blue book?
It's a blue book, yeah.
No, that's the one we give back to Bridget. That's hers.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you have the Pioneer book? I do too, in Spanish. I was a pioneer for 3 years.
Who is this?
Pep.
Oh, Pep?
Yeah.
Hey, Pep.
I remember the 8-day international assemblies.
Those actually sell too, by the way.
I had heard about those. I'd never been to one. And the evening session that were supposed to finish at 9 p.m. But in those days, speakers would go way over time and just wouldn't get off the plane. Oh my God, how miserable would that be? Like, what if you're hungry and thirsty and tired and your kids are screaming? I mean, goodness.
Cheese Danish and Ogies?
Yeah, I remember helping make that.
Anyway, if you read, I forget, page 1555 in the Aid to Bible Understanding, they talk about stoning wrongdoers, and all it was cleansing the congregation.
Yeah, so
I was like, geez.
As far as like them stoning people to death, it has been mentioned. The elders.
Oh, it's in several different publications, but the Aid to Bible Understanding is blunt.
Yeah, and I mean, I have experienced that firsthand.
There's an awake that it's mentioned in. There's a watchtower. There's 2 watchtowers it's mentioned in.
And when the elders told me that, I was like, well, what about the scripture that says he without sin casts the first stone? Jesus said. They're like, he didn't say that.
Yeah, where'd you hear that?
No, it's in the Bible, but they took it out because they decided that wasn't really what Jesus said.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of in that section where it's basically in the wrong section of the Bible. That's why it's like controversial, you could say. But then they just said, you know what? This isn't true because it doesn't go along with our agenda.
Aid to Bible twisting book.
Yes. My mom totally covered her spleen by saying it was always a conscience matter. No, it wasn't. And you know it wasn't because of the elders. The little video I put in there about the elders, they had a conversation about it. That you should be, you're weak in the faith if you go to university. Well, why did you keep guilt tripping me about being at the university? I know. And I mean, I knew some people who went to the university, but they were definitely going against counsel. I mean, I knew some people who did go that stayed in at home. So I think that one wasn't as bad as long as you didn't like miss the meetings and go out in field service and stuff. Yeah, so pre-1993, I only knew Franz. Yeah, then the Proclaimers book came out and we knew the faces, but not their voices. Barry was Australian. Oh, okay. And a college graduate. Really? Okay, well, I met him like once or twice. And so why did he go to college? He must have done that before he became a Jehovah's Witness.
Who was this?
His name was Brother Barry.
Oh, okay.
He's from Australia. I knew he had an accent that wasn't American.
Jay's got a book, The Aid to Bible Understanding in Mint Condition. You can look up page 1555. And then the title is stoning.
Yeah, stoning. So they would, if they could do that, they would. I know. I nearly met Franz alone for chat in his Bethel room, but
wait a minute, it's right here. I bet it's on JW. Hold on, let me see if I can look it up on
their help. Does anyone still have those Watchtower food tickets for that? No, that would be cool. No, I had to give them away so I could get my food.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh yeah, that's true. At the convention in the Merver, there's always babies crying. I know, because they're probably like, "Yeah, get me out of here."
Oh, there it is. Okay, down low.
I know. David Manspain looked totally uncomfortable changing the rules on education. Yes, just like Let looked uncomfortable talking about toasting and clinking glasses. As he said. And I do we actually have some video of when we went to the assembly. If you want to just quickly, we can share that with you today.
We did.
We didn't share the video because I couldn't get it uploaded in time and all that. So now I have it. So I will show that in here. And anybody who wants to come on the chat, if they care to talk, they're welcome to.
Hold on 1 second before we do. I want to show them something.
I remember the circuit assemblies prior to the mid-90s. The Saturday session was afternoon and evening. Oh, as a kid, I was asleep for most of the evening session. Seems like I remember it being till, I thought it was till 5 or 5:30.
Can you guys see that? That's the Aid to Bible Understanding, page 1555. That's stoning.
Yeah.
You want to read?
No, I've got to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
You take care.
It says, under the law, a wrongdoer deserves capital punishment, usually was pelted to death with stones. And then you go into the second paragraph of it. It says, in stoning an evildoer, they showed that they were zealous for true worship, anxious to see that no reproach came upon Jehovah's name, and desirous of maintaining a clean congregation. So, what? Kill the wrongdoers. They're Muslims. They're not really Christians. They're Muslims. That's what it is. I think Muslims are even better than they are. Crazy, man. Was I an elder? No, I never was actually even a member, EV. I studied with the witnesses for a year and a half. Everybody here knows my wife was a third generation Jehovah's Witness, and she wanted me to study and become a member because she didn't want to be married to a non-believer. And so I studied, and I found that it was not for me. And I slowly helped wake her up. So that's it was it was very tedious. It was hard to do. It was everything I could do to study with them once I realized after about week 3 that it was phony. It was crazy. Oh, you're third generation also. Yep. It's definitely an evil, twisted cult. Let's see, stoning immediately makes me think of Life of Brian. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
You can also put the.
Oh yeah, we could just look it up on screen. You want to do that?
What?
The aid stoning thing, aid to Bible understanding.
I don't know if I can do
Oh,
that.
can people sign on?
Yeah.
Oh.
If
anybody wants to join the chat, hey, right here we go, guys.
You just click. It's in the description, and you would just click on that. So at the top. All right. Stoning immediately makes me think of Life of Brian. Do you know that? I don't know that. Do you? Life of Brian?
Life of Brian. I do not know that.
I haven't heard. It must be a movie.
Yeah. When I think of Life of Brian, I think of Brian Piccolo because I'm old. Not bad for 60, though.
Oh, yeah. In the 80s, many of us studied hard. That's true. It was a lot of studying. It was annoying. When I lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, an honor killing happened to 2 Egyptian girls. Oh, how sad.
Yeah.
Named Amina and Sarah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Well, I hope that the people who killed them are in jail. Monty Python.
Oh, Monty Pythons. Yes, I love Monty Pythons. Yeah, I knew an Indian girl in
they do
California
too.
That she was warned not to go home because her dad was going to kill her because she didn't want an Indian fella.
She just didn't like that they're controlling.
She did, yeah. I mean, he was not the right guys for her because they were very chauvinistic, dominant. She was hanging out with us in the little metal scene back in the day, it was early 80s. Lipstick, makeup, bouffa hair. Some of the pictures I see of myself is hilarious. Here's this muscled up dude with lipstick and makeup and bouffa hair with hair to my butt. It's really hilarious.
The governing body isn't interested in stoning apostates. They want to burn them. That's true. Anthony Morris's style.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How did you wake up? That's me.
Yes, that's you.
So, yeah. And that's kind of like part of the whole theme today is like, if you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, would you go back to it? You're not fully awake if you don't do your research. And so the research was the thing for me. He studied with Jehovah's Witnesses for 1.5 years because of me, that I wanted him to become one. I'm 3rd generation, married an unbeliever. And so I thought, okay, we'll be, he said he was fun, he would do it. And so when he started researching and learning about it, he could tell that it was a cult pretty much right off the bat. And he shared with me a little bit of information at a time. And 1914 didn't add up. The UN didn't add up. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And then Beth Sarim and all that other crap. And just look at the history. You'll see the history proves it's false. Yeah. Hi, Esther. Finally.
Esther. Hey.
Hello.
Glad to see you here.
Yes,
we've missed you.
Yeah. Hi, Butterfly Queen.
Oh, we missed you too. Hey, Butterfly Queen.
Yay. And
is Lauren on here too?
I don't know.
She was here just last week.
Maverick entered what it says it's not connected.
Oh, getting ready to work overnight. Ugh.
Okay, they will need to connect their. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, man.
I thought I'd just say hello. Come on, say hello.
Okay, thanks for.
Yeah.
Volume down a little bit on your microphone.
Oh, okay. Let me just turn it up. Hold on.
It just sounds really fuzzy.
Okay, it might be some settings. Hold on. Is that better?
A little bit.
It sounds like you're really close to the microphone.
Yeah. Oh, is it too loud? Is it too loud?
It's too loud. Yeah.
Too loud.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh,
is that better?
Perfect.
That better? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Yes. Really good subject. This one.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I
really
was
cool.
thinking about it because I know someone that happened to, about like she left for several years and went back because of her son, and now she's kind of a believer. And I thought, how?
It's her niece.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I agree. It can happen to anyone. It's not really an intellectual thing. It's more of an emotional response based on, I don't know, so many factors. As you said before, like it could be simply as missing people and just wanting to be part of something you just are familiar with. Because even people who've been in abusive family situations, like they stick around because they don't want to be on their own. They don't want to be like, maybe they're fearful that they can't manage without their family, so they just stay with the abusive person. So change the person to a whole community, and there you have it. You know, you can stay stuck in that environment, but put up with whatever you have to put up with just to be accepted. Maybe, I don't know. I've in my personal experience of when I left, there was a couple of people around me who also left, and from different congregations, and one sister actually went and joined another church really rapidly. I mean, it wasn't a church. It was kind of, she wanted to belong somewhere, and then she just regretted it after and said, oh my goodness, they're even more crazier than the JWs. I said, oh, well, you know, if you don't do the work on why you've left, I always say to people, listen, there's no real shortcuts, you know, so you have to kind of know why you leave. And if it's just because maybe you got ousted out because you've done something that they consider wrong, you're gonna, you could easily get snowballed back into the Watchtower again or somewhere else,
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's true. And I guess I think we got a JW in here right now.
Oh, do we?
DWH.
Welcome.
He says that we're having hate speech, and I'm like, no, there's nothing hateful about what we're saying. What we're saying is we're exposing the lies that Jehovah's Witness organization is teaching. And so if you don't believe that, please go do your research. That's all we're saying. There's nothing hateful about truth, right? And unfortunately, sometimes truth hurts. And it doesn't mean it's hateful. It's just the facts.
The only people I ever see get hateful is the Jehovah's Witnesses, when they hear somebody say something.
Jehovah's Witnesses are the ones who a lot of times get very angry and very defensive about their beliefs. And it's just that their beliefs are easily disproven. Easily. Like 1914, if you don't know much about that, you need to go look that up, because the foundation of the religion is based on 1914, and if that crumbles, then everything else crumbles. So you can't believe in 1914 if it's a lie. What else is a lie?
KC, like that comment from DWH, could that person at least explain what part of what we said is hateful at the moment? Because I'd be interested to know.
So would I.
Why do you think it's hateful? They seem to be better Christians than most who go to church. Oh, really? How do you know this? Because there's a lot of CSA problems in that religion.
Who said that?
DWH.
DWH sounds like either someone who wants to be a witness. Doesn't actually, to me, feel like that's an actual bona fide witness. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you get some really weird people on here sometimes.
Or people who maybe just don't know anything about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
This is not an attack on the people.
No.
It's just to make a statement about the teachings. They do have a lot of CSA problems in there. But I mean, I know plenty of other religions can. The problem is, why are there so many compared to other religions, right? There's a lot more pedos in Jehovah's Witness than Catholic, and that they're a smaller group of people. So
Catholics have 1 billion members.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say that when I saw that, I was like, huh?
She got fired up.
No, I'm not. And don't think of this as hateful. Okay. We love our Jehovah's Witness people here. And we just want you to know that what's really going on. That's it.
Get them Pat Benatar.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if, but that's a good point, Maverick. Like, what is this person's theory on why they think this is hate speech? So
because the comment was, I'm just reading the comment. I don't have a problem with Jehovah's Witnesses. We're not calling you out, by the way, DWH. It's just very interesting because lots of times people come on here and immediately jump to the defense of the Watchtower, and then they'll say, you said they seem to be better Christians than most. So what is the criteria of a better Christian? Because lots of people, because I noticed that, I don't know if Anthony and Casey, you'd agree on this point, that many people, I don't remember doing this as a witness though, I must admit, I can't remember doing this, making a comparison, like just swamping everyone in Christendom, in inverted commas, into one big massive clumped group. So there's Jehovah's Witnesses and the entire anyone who professes to be Christian, Pentecostal, whatever. So
and I just have to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan, for the super sticker. We appreciate that.
Thank you a lot. That was really cool.
But I agree.
And Maverick, I got a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
And
actually, Pelp asked this too. What woke you up?
Yeah, what woke you up?
What woke me up? 607.
Yeah,
that's right. I remember you telling us that.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
That's my thing, man.
I mean, you can't deny it.
Well, it's a combination of these things. Like, yes, principally it was that the reason is Pep's asking me that question. Yeah, my name should give it away, really. 587 Maverick, because it's that date is it's branded on me now. That how important that is, because the whole fundamental reason why somebody would choose, because people say, what is the doctrines that make people come to Jehovah's Witnesses? And okay, all right, Christmas and birthdays and pagan this and pagan that, but it's their unique claim, isn't it? We had this belief, that an understanding that Jehovah in 1919, or Jesus looked down in 1919 and picked this group. So okay, then, well, that got me thinking, because it was my study. I said this last week, actually, that my study, the brother who was studying with me, basically mentioned that there was a controversy between what historians believe to be the fall of Jerusalem, the date, and what is a society is saying has happened in 607 or 587. Now, to most people now, they don't really care about all this, but to me it was really important, because my Bible study mentioned it. I had no idea about this controversy, so I'm thinking, okay, well, and that's laid dormant for maybe 25 to 27 years. And then the Watchtower decided to say, well, we're going to carry on proving that 607 is the correct date, and we were right to say that Jesus invisibly selected us. I mean, there's no difference between Anthony. You were like not the Mormons. The what's the other ones? Yeah, the Mormons. Sorry, Mormons. What's the difference between Russell and his group saying that Jesus elected them? What's it called? Invisibly in 1919, and Joseph Smith saying he went up and got the golden tablets and uniquely. No evidence for either thing happening. Just their word. You got to take their word for it. So I just said to myself, well, we've got to examine it. We have to examine it the way you would examine another religion. So you tell a witness now, go and check out how the Mormons say that they got their leader, which is Joseph Smith, who was a Freemason, by the way. How did they get their authority? Well, he got his authority by claiming that he got these golden tablets and he had the scrolls for the last days. So everybody believed that and went for it. Same with Watchtower. So it wasn't a very short answer, but yeah. So you have to examine it, and I think it goes back to what we were saying about why people go back. Is because they don't really want to. It's a lot of work. It is. I must admit, it's a lot of work to go back and go over all this. I mean, it took me about a year. It took me about a year.
I like what Born JW says. Hurry, wake him up.
The one thing that gets me at Maverick is, if you take a look at William Miller, he got the date 1844 using 606.
Yes.
07, whatever. And then you look at 1874, it was gotten by using 607. If you look at 78, it was gotten by using that date. If you look at 1914, 1916, 1919, 1925, they all used the same date to come up with the different prophecies, and then they went back and said, well, 1914.
Jeff's making me laugh. He goes, I think I'm going to bake some bread at work, but it'll be invisible baking. Let's see how many loaves I can sell.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I'll just to mention this. Esther says, "Thank you, Truth Seekers, for your support of the channel and for being here and click the like button." So we appreciate that.
Thanks, Esther.
Yes.
Yeah. So when people come in and they want to sort of get, it is defensive. People get defensive. I understand why, because if their own experience hasn't had anything bad happen to them so far, they cannot see the deeper layers of what I used the word in the comments before, undue influence. You know, it's undue influence. It means it's subtle. It's subtle. It gets you off guard, and then they start feeding the members controlling mechanism. Like, you can go to another church and have the same set of problems, because really and truly the thing that separates all denominations is the doctrine. You know, some believe in the Trinity, some don't, but there are even those who may have a very conservative mainstream doctrinal belief, but still be high controlling, and that's still just as destructive. You get some churches are very, very rigid in their approach, and you know, so this is not really an attack necessarily on, oh, we're just here to bash the organization. We're just highlighting the problems, because this is we know what's happening here. Most of us have had decades and lifetime in the religion, so we are perfectly qualified and justified to express how we feel. And you know, okay, so it's maybe sometimes comes across a bit negative, but hang on a minute, doesn't Watchtower say lots and lots of negative things in the publications about everyone else? Yes, they do. Yeah. That's acceptable, but we can't challenge what they say, you know? Oh, by the way, one of the reasons why I wanted to come on is because I wanted to update you all about my meeting with my elder friend last week.
Yeah. Just real quick, thank you for
go
the QC man.
Yeah, no problem.
He gifted 1 Facts on JW membership. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So this friend of mine, we were, as you said, we had our own band. It was me, this other. So 2 of my closest friends now are PIMOs. I mean, my best friend is a PIMO still, and he said I bumped into our other friend at the convention last week or the week before, and he wants to meet up. So we did meet up. We had a little jam session as well, so it was quite cool. It was like I said, right, is the band coming back? but yeah, but that's besides the story. But he said he basically, without sort of bringing out his personal stuff in his life, but he went through a lot of stuff during COVID period, personally in his life and his family, and the response and the way the organization and the brothers and the elders and so on in his congregation, it woke him up. There's lots of different layers of this, but basically he just woke up from understanding that, you know what, it's a lot of BS. Basically, the PR and the image of the organization, the way it's supposed to look after us and he said he's just seen straight through it. And I said, wow, coming from, and he actually used the word PIMO. So he said, yeah, I go online and I actually do listen to stuff. And I said, so I asked him, what does this mean now then? Are you going to step down as an elder? Yeah. And are you going to leave? Or he goes, no, I'm going to stay as it is, because he said he gets less hassle and less attention on himself being an active elder still. So, because, you know, people don't really want to question an elder. If you're sort of not going to the meetings, as an elder, that's fine. But he's kind of slowing his responsibilities down but still staying as an active elder. And I thought, wow. I did say to him, I don't know how long this will last, because you know, lots of people say that but they get worn out. But he said he has some family reasons why he cannot change anything right now. But I couldn't believe the way he was talking. He's fully awake. He's fully awake
for his family, right?
Yeah, so and he shares his home with other active witnesses, so it's like a tricky one, and he's an elder, so it's crazy.
That is crazy, and that's going to be a very awkward situation to be in, or
Yeah.
miserable, really, because you have to pretend you believe and go to those horrible meetings. And I mean, is he actually giving talks and everything too?
I think he does do some things, but he said everything he's doing is just sort of perfunctory. It's just like just doing what I've got to do. But I think he's had some personal stuff happen in his life, so he's kind of backed off of some of his responsibilities. But he's such a lovely guy. He's a nice guy, and he was feeling bad that he'd kind of backed off from me like 13 odd years ago. And I said, no, don't worry about that at all. You know, don't worry about that at all. I'm just glad that he's taking ownership of his life, you know, and
that's good.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a big thing.
People are leaving. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Oh, and he said, Anthony just reminded me. I said, so what about the youngsters and everything in your congregation? He goes, nah, they're just not. They're not. I'm telling you, they're texting each other during the meeting, saying,
the young people, are they waking up because of have they been watching YouTube and stuff for a long time or something?
I will ask him that, but I don't remember asking him that. It's a really good question, Casey. But I think the way he was talking about the general vibe of his particular congregation is that the youngsters are not feeling it at all.
Yeah,
they're not. They're really not feeling it, and they are just you know.
We noticed that there was no youngsters at the convention we went to, hardly just a few.
Oh. And
at the Kingdom Hall, there were none.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was
okay. This is good. Bo says, if you're thinking about absurd Watchtower dates, remember 1935 and 1941 in the Daniel's Prophecy book. I don't know that one. Absolute garbage. We all sat there in the congregation book thinking it was nonsense. I don't remember that. They must have kind of skimmed over it. New talk, millions now living will die.
At the convention, though, you have to be careful showing those. So.
Oh, you don't want me to?
Not right now.
Okay. Well,
because we have to edit those.
No, it's nothing to edit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a video.
Name tags and stuff?
No.
Okay.
It's just kind of like I'm walking from behind, and it's just
all right. Go ahead.
Out. Well, anyways,
go ahead and show it since you got it up.
Well, we can still talk while I pull this up. Oh, I have the Daniel book in the basement. I have it too.
Daniel book? Oh yeah, we got the Isaiah book. We got tons of those.
Yeah,
we got tons of the Revelations book, the Grand Climax.
Truth Be Known. That's a cool name. Even
you ever read that, Maverick?
Which one?
Revelations Grand Climax.
Oh, I had to take a group study once because the brother, oh my goodness me. And I hadn't prepared that. I didn't prepare that day as well. So I'm like, oh my goodness me. So I'm just sort of like ad-libbing and sort of freestyling and just letting people say what they want and going, okay, next brother or sister.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story just briefly. Oh, did you want to show something, Casey? I don't want to.
This is good. Even after leaving the JWs, it took me some years to deprogram from the brainwashing. Yep. That turned into a gift of awareness and discernment. Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like when you're leaving, it may take some time to deprogram and learn who you really are. You're learning yourself now, because before you were a robotic person. Now you have to think for yourself. That takes time.
Casey, on the way back, I was just passing the shops just earlier, and this conversation just now has just reminded me of a reminder to myself of how difficult. Actually, I was listening. Funny enough, I was watching and listening to your review of the updates. Funny enough, before about 2 or 3 hours ago, and it made me think about how even though it's like leaving or making a decision or getting close to making a decision to leave or to break away from the routine of the organization. It's like you're standing on the edge of a boat and you've got the vast ocean. This is how I said this to myself. I illustrated it to myself, and then it's like you jump in. When you leave, you actually are jumping in. And then I said to myself, why did I think that suddenly I was going to get some sort of life immediate without having to swim for a while? Why did I think that it was going to be a walk in the park? of course I'm going to have to swim, and I'll probably have to swim for a long time before I start to get strong. And then and you have markers in your life afterwards, like a life preserver you're wearing, and you start to get strong. But it's a lot of swimming. It's like the work starts after we leave, and it ties in with the original subject that we're talking about, I guess, about becoming re-brainwashed. Is like if we don't learn to swim, we will sink again into something else. And I personally didn't appreciate how much work I had to put into myself after. And that's life work in terms of my work, my restructuring my life, what my goals are, and my spiritual stuff. So it's like everything. It's like your entire life. You for me, and most of us will say this as well. Like I just said to myself, I was very naive, thinking I could just bounce back out. Although I was sure about leaving, I don't have any regrets. I'm still swimming now. I'm still, there's areas of my life that I'm still haven't worked through. And got to the place where I want to be. But it's like we jump out of the boat and think, oh, everything's going to be fine. We'll have somebody pick us up and scoop us up straight away. It's not. We do a lot of swimming. And I just thought that just popped into my head about it while I was walking back from the shops earlier. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to try and remember that to myself, Yeah. Not to be too hard on myself, because it takes a long time.
Well, that's good. And it's true. It does take a while. I like what Jeff says here. You could have read Alice in Wonderland at the book study instead of the Revelation book and know the difference.
Yeah, that's so true. Very true.
A dehydrated nurse. Hey.
Yeah, it's a Maverick on here. She was wanting to know if that was you.
Oh, hello, dehydrated. Oh, another story. I was like this auxiliary kind of guy, go-to guy who's just about qualified to be given opportunities to take cover for the groups if the main brother wasn't there or the minister servants weren't there. So they respected me for that. But I would say, yeah, no problem, I'll take a group. One particular group, there was this brother there who probably was a little bit jealous of or I don't know why he made a beeline for me. So I'm taking the group now. Mm-hmm. My mum decides, when I called her by our family name, instead of mum, when she answered up, she starts getting a fit of giggles. So I said, thanks, mum. Yeah, thank you. So she starts laughing. And I said, okay, I'll come back to you later. And then a new question came up. I can't remember what book we were studying, but that's irrelevant anyway. So he puts his hand up and says, do you know where the toilet is? Do you know where the bathroom is?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh, someone...
We got another person, but
I think we got two people here.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll finish my story after we introduce the new.
Oh, I love that.
It's what is it?
I'll just say bear. It's easy.
Bear. Okay. All right.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in. Okay, continue, Maverick.
Yeah, so the weird things that used to happen in my kingdom were things like this. There were some random people. So he puts his hand up. I'm thinking he's going to answer a question in the book study, and he asks me where the bathroom is. And he knows where the bathroom is. So I said, so you're seriously asking me where the bathroom is during the meeting? Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm like, okay, I'll come. And then 2 or 3 comments later, he puts his hand up again and says, yeah, I still don't know where the bathroom is. And I had to literally bite my tongue because I can get sarcastic, right? So I was going to say, well, do you want me to go up and help you to go to the toilet?
Oh my God.
So, and I thought, then I caught myself and said, no, I'm taking the group, man. I've got to chill out now. So it was that kind of situation. But when you asked me about did I have to do the Revelation book, it just reminded me of those crazy kind of. We've had crazies. We have to do an episode about the craziest things that's happened in each Kingdom Hall, because I've got a few stories. Yeah,
that would be really good.
Yeah, that'll be the craziest things.
Yes, because I'm always over here brainstorming.
Okay, do you want a juicy one now?
Sure.
I wasn't at this meeting, but I think I was still studying at the time, or just barely baptized. But we had a streaker come into the Kingdom Hall.
Oh my!
A lady with apparently, because my mum was at that meeting, she came in apparently with a fur coat on with absolutely nothing on underneath. Sat on the front row and went woo. I just thought, okay then, and it must have been a brilliant meeting for any teenager at that meeting. They must have got an eyeful on the front row. Oh dear.
Well, Kim, you said you're watching. You uploaded your video. So you have a YouTube channel now?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it in a minute. Let's hear what Bear's got to say.
Cool. All right. Well, so thanks for coming in, Bear. Did you want to say something?
Oh no, it was all right. You'd letting the guy finish his story. No, it was just that I come across your stream on YouTube and I saw the title, was interested. Just figured if I could pop in, if that's okay.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with the title itself, you were discussing about can I say the word?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we're can ex-Jews be like repatriated? I would say yes.
Mm-hmm. So, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses can get re-brainwashed, I guess.
Yes.
So, why do you think so? I mean, I think I know because they didn't do their research. You think there's any other reason?
Definitely yes, because so not too long ago, I actually had 2 Jehovah's Witnesses knock on my door, and they wanted to come in and preach the Bible and discuss with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even mean it, but I kind of just Uno reverse card them, because when they were asking like, "Oh, do you have any questions?" and I said, "Yes." Do you cover the Garden of Gethsemane at all? And they were like, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, it's a very pivotal piece in Scripture." And I would say, "Do you also cover Dismas and Longinus? Do you cover Job?" And they were like, "No, not at all." And I said, "Well, it's something you should cover because it's very pivotal to the faith." And then they sort of walked away and were like, "Okay, maybe we have to look this stuff up."
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Definitely. Where are you from?
Just the UK.
Oh, just UK. Okay.
Cool. We're in the US.
Well, obviously.
Awesome.
The accent give it away, right?
Oh, hey, it depends. Can you tell what region of the US we live in or that we are from? Like,
yeah, I couldn't really say, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Great Britain. He don't know.
You're not going to know that, right?
Yeah, unless you had like a distinctive Boston or New York accent,
Yeah, that's true.
Is it one of the Carolinas?
Wait,
to the people from Manchester.
North Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I got that right. I can't believe it. Yeah, I know where our UK friends from because we know the accents here. But I won't elaborate if he doesn't want me to. That's not.
Oh no, it's all right.
I was going to say red or blue half. You'll know what I mean. Red? Oh, so we're playing you tomorrow. I'm an Arsenal fan here.
Arsenal's the best of the other 2 teams down there. I'll give you that.
No worries. Guess
either England, Scotland, Ireland, or Wales.
Well, what did he say? Did he say red or blue? I didn't catch
both.
No, it's England. It's definitely England, but it's a bit more north than where I am. I'm right down in the capital. So
yeah, I mean, when you said the colors, I kind of guessed it, so I don't want to say.
But,
okay.
I usually can tell the Scottish accents because they're like extremely strong, like a very distinct.
Yeah, like Glaswegian has that reputation. Yeah, Glaswegian.
Okay.
I mean, in fairness, our accent does have a blend of Irish, Scottish, Welsh, and Norwegian.
Yeah, the Southern accent has a really bad Welsh and English accent combination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Jane. Jane came on today.
It came out. It's in the comments. Pep's nailed it in the comments. But we know he's pretty much.
Very good.
Yeah. It's all good. So,
Bear, how did you wake up?
But like wake up as in like physically woke up today, or
oh, United.
Yeah.
How did you get hold of that?
Check out what's on it though. How old that is.
That's when they used to be a good team.
Yeah. I've been to the UK a couple of times, man.
It's cool.
I love you, Manchester. Well, I used to.
Well, Manchester, like Liverpool and other parts of like these big teams, they're kind of really international teams now because they had their like in the 60s, Man United was like with George Best and other big name players, and Liverpool's always been a world club anyway.
Yes.
And Arsenal too. Well, I'm an Arsenal fan, so
not to mention as well with the music, like Liverpool had Beatles,
exactly.
Newcastle had the Animals, and then later down the line, Manchester had Oasis.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, yeah, Manchester also had Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
I love Thin Lizzy. They're brilliant. They're brilliant.
Right here, this is good. Booker T says, I have heard of elders blackmailing sisters in their judicial committees. If they sleep with the elders, they will not get this fellowship. Have you heard of that? I haven't.
I have heard stories like that, and sadly as well, I have heard stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. It sounds crazy, eh? It's crazy, but
nuts.
Do Jehovah's Witnesses still have their hierarchical families at Kingdom Halls? Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, for sure. So it's all like the buddy system.
Yeah.
You're out, like you're ex-Jehovah's Witness now, like you used to be a Jehovah's Witness, I guess?
Oh, no, I've just been always Catholic.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah. So what's your interest in Jehovah's Witness? Just curious.
Oh, well, I said before where I had them come round to my house and we were discussing about the other parts of the Bible that they don't cover.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that was really interesting, that the fact that they were a bit sort of in awe about the stuff I was telling them about.
Yeah, if they come to your door again, do some research on Jehovah's Witnesses and the year 1914. They believe that the fall of Jerusalem by the Babylonians happened in like 587 BC, but they believe it was 607, and so they take that date. And if you go to the book of Daniel, they're like into numerology, and there's like a 2,520 times is mentioned in that book. And so they say, well, that's years. And then they multiply that, and then they subtract the 607. And then they're like, yeah, 1914. So they, that's how they come up with 1914. And they think that year is whenever Jesus became king in heaven. And so if you can like talk to them about like, well, the start date is incorrect and history disproves that it's not 607. That's what a lot of us.
Oh, yeah, no, I already explained to them that Jesus was already king of heaven even when he was upon earth.
What did they say?
They said, well, how can you prove that? And I said, well, when Jesus went to meet the Roman consul when he was imprisoned, he was asked directly, are you truly the king of the Jews? And he said, well, I'm a king, but not of this earth.
Yeah.
You know what else? The Bible also says, if you read Matthew 28, verse 18, this was after Jesus was resurrected, and he was talking to his disciples.
Hold on.
And let me see. It says, 28, verse 18 says, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Right? All authority. So doesn't that make you king if you have all authority? He said that right after he was resurrected. So that would be a good one to share with them too. Yeah.
Also, Jesus, when he was on the cross with the two thieves, he turned to Dismas, who was the repentant thief, and he said, what can I do to repent? And Jesus said, well, if you believe in me, you will join me in my kingdom of heaven.
Ah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
But if you just prove the date,
well,
they'll be more likely to listen.
Here's another one too in Matthew, and it says they think Jesus took the throne in heaven in 1914, but the Bible says on this day, all authority was given to me in heaven and on earth.
I just said that.
Oh, did you?
You're not listening.
I'm sorry, I had Joey. He was giving me all kinds of kisses.
Yeah, the Bible tells you.
Yeah.
The Bible disproves Jehovah's Witness religion.
That was one of the ones I helped you with in the very beginning.
Yep.
I am so sorry.
Yeah. There are multiple examples in the Bible of Jesus declaring himself already king even before his crucifixion.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he went to John the Baptist and John asked, should it not be you baptizing me? And he was like, well, a king does not baptize his people.
Yeah, I find that the subject that's most controversial and most sort of switches with JWs off is the Trinity doctrine, and I find those who haven't been witnesses before tend to I'm not saying everyone, but I've noticed quite a lot of people who want to talk to witnesses will jump straight into the Trinity. I find that it kind of shuts them down really quickly, even though there may be some really good points being made.
I agree with you, Maverick. I actually have seen this guy online. And he's a Christian, and he's very good at explaining doctrine. But the first thing he wants to do is go up to a Jehovah's Witness and say that Jesus is God.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's a good argument. They need to talk about other things like 1914 versus.
But I don't believe Jesus is God. I believe that there's God the Father, God the Son, and the Holy Spirit working together as one.
It's just
to form the Trinity.
It's just explaining it to a Jehovah's Witness for what it's not gonna. It doesn't make any sense. So I just wouldn't do that. I would go with like Matthew 28 verse 18. Jesus said, "All authority has been given unto me in heaven and on earth." Says like Joey says.
But they think that the Holy Spirit is God's active force. It's not a personage. But now Jesus says it's a person.
Yeah, but they changed. See, their New World Translation likes to go. It likes to. They changed the New World Translation to go along with their doctrine. So when it talks about in other verses, translations of the Bible, it says he when it's talking about the Holy Spirit, but in theirs it says it or something. I think it says. I have to look it up.
It does. It says he. Maverick? It says he actually.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes,
New World Translation.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's what they're going to use is the New World Translation.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know, Maverick, which verse it would be where it talks about when Jesus? It would have been like after he was resurrected, he came to the his disciples and he said, "I will, I'm going to leave the Holy Spirit with you." And on them, and so that would be the one where it talks about he as the Holy Spirit. Oh,
the Holy Spirit being referred to in masculine as a he.
As a person.
Yeah. Oh, I don't recall the verse off my head, but I know what you're talking about. We could find it quickly. Yeah. I found that. Yeah, go on.
Oh no, it just says. I think there's. I just want to see what it says. I think there says it instead of he.
Okay, yeah.
Change it.
I'll look for it now. Actually.
Doctrine.
Yeah, it's
I think it's something along the lines of when Jesus came back, he said, "You shall carry the Holy Spirit with you."
Right.
So the ones I find, yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're faded on Zoom, Gerald. Oh, that's great. That's easy.
I think I would, if the Zoom was around when I was still a witness, I would have faded on Zoom as well for sure.
That would be easy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the best time to be disfellowshipped too, right? Disfellowshipped, and then the COVID happens.
My other half always says, I wish I was a witness at this point in time. Like, not that she wishes to be a witness, but if she was going to leave, she'd rather leave. And with all the setup right now, it's basically much easier. You can have got Zoom if you want to. There's no counting hours. It's like, wow, you guys got it good compared to what we had it. I mean, I was pioneering when we were at like 100 I was at 90 hours. It's similar to you, Casey. It was 90 hours, isn't it? I used to try and get like 110 hours during the summer months so I could have a little bit of a break, in the summer. And they still used to try and make us feel guilty if we took a couple of weeks off in the summer. I said, hang on a minute, I've done over 1,000 hours this year.
Yeah, they would guilt you by going, Bob, but summer's really busy. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, exactly. But the areas where I find that can just do a little subtle picking little points for somebody who might be more genuinely honest with the Bible. Some of the witnesses, if you can sense that they are genuinely honest, but just literally following what the Watchtower has told us, is things like where the brackets have been removed from all other Colossians, the famous scripture that was my go-to scripture, Colossians 1:15 and 16, about to prove the Trinity not being correct, that Jesus is the firstborn son, and then all other things were made through him and for him, and that in the older Bibles it would actually have a footnote saying this is not in the manuscript, it was in square brackets, and in the latest in the Silver Sword now they've actually removed the square brackets, so the reader has no way of being able to say, oh, this was this is what it says in the scripture, this is in the manuscripts. So it's quite subtle, but it doesn't help a studious person to be able to see the difference between the translations and what they say. So that kind of conversation could be quite effective, and even knowing what firstborn means, because preeminent, the actual meaning is preeminent, not literally firstborn in actual birthright. It's just means in the forefront. You know, I didn't know that.
The word is important.
Yeah, the meaning of the words is so important.
I like what Gene says here. Someone needs to name all the Bible contradictions to JWs and blow their mind. I like that one.
You know, I had a thought about that earlier as well. Imagine if Watchtower decides to use AI to try and iron out all of its contradictions and say, AI, please show us where all the contradictions are in our doctrine so that we don't... it will crash the AI. I think the AI will collapse.
Yeah, okay. Bo says Ephesians 1:21 shows that when Jesus is sitting at God's right hand, he is already above all the governments. So not just waiting for 1914. Yeah, we have a fly in here again. So we're like...
Not no more. Darn it.
Okay, that's a good one. Even in their Bible, it says here, okay, so talking about Jesus, when he raised him up from the dead and he seated him at his right hand in the heavenly places, far above every government, authority, and power and lordship. Okay, yeah, that's another good one. So if you want to disprove 1914, that's another good scripture to use. So I think there's probably a handful out there that you could use, even not even including the whole 607 date.
There are multiple examples in the Bible and also other texts where it establishes that point. For a matter of fact, you could look at the story of Longinus, he was the centurion who was there at the crucifixion and pierced Jesus. And depending on like which sect of the church you're on and what you study, he apparently afterwards he went, oh, this man truly is the Son of God. He truly is. Went about the empire, spreading the word. He was eventually arrested and told, you need to repent. You know, you're spreading like the wrong thing. And when he was released, he destroyed the statue of the god. I was like, well, where are your gods now? I've got mine.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that the character that Charlton Heston played when he at the end he went, truly this one is the Son of God?
Oh, John Wayne.
Was it John Wayne?
Oh, okay.
It was John Wayne.
Was it John Wayne?
I thought it was Charlton Heston.
No, it was John Wayne playing a Roman centurion wearing a digital watch saying, this man truly is the Son of God.
Yeah. like a cowboy rancher, yeah.
I saw him in Moses. I saw Charlton Heston in the movie Moses, the Ten Commandments.
Oh, it might have been. I've got my actors mixed up. Yeah.
What's the name of that movie, though?
Was it not the Road? Was it the Road? Oh, the greatest story of. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, greatest story ever told. That's right.
I never saw it.
Oh, it's available. You can watch it.
I'll have to watch it now. How many hours is it? It's not like the 10
hours. Yeah, I think that is a blooper. He does have a Rolex on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He must have been part of the governing body back then.
I know. I love the Rolex watches. And they're always talking about materialism.
That's
if they want us to be poor or whatever, why are they wearing Rolex watches? I mean, they should be embarrassed.
And the other thing I thought, you know, the reasoning that some witnesses say, well, you don't know if it was donated. Fair enough, it may have been donated, but why are you? They tell us don't get a flashy car or because you're going to stumble the brothers. Well, aren't you stumbling the entire worldwide congregation by being so arrogant and wearing a? Sell it and give it to someone. There's people who need things more than you do.
Yeah,
you know,
charity. They don't do that.
Exactly.
No.
Okay, Charlton Heston, written by the finger of God. Is that the name of the movie?
Oh no, the movie name is The Greatest Story Ever Told.
Yeah, they're right. I know the movie. Yes.
Okay. And how many hours long is it?
I think it's like 3 hours.
Okay. All right. How long is the 10 Commandments? Like 4?
It's
4.
got
Yeah, 4.
It's a bit long.
It's a convention, Casey.
Oh, if you want to, right?
Ten Commandments. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you go first,
No,
mate.
no, just to say, it's the Ten Commandments convention edition. You know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was going to say, if you want a good biblical film, watch The Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt. Okay. All right. I haven't seen that one either. Oh, 260 minutes long. All right. All right. Movie marathon this weekend. It's a holiday.
No.
It's a holiday weekend. Do you have holiday weekend this weekend too?
No, we had one last weekend. We had a bank holiday, we call it here, so there was an extra day off on the Monday. Yeah.
Okay, so you're 1 week behind us then.
Oh, is that right? Hey, you go. Sorry.
What's the name of the
a
holiday?
bank holiday. They say
You just call it bank holiday.
Oh,
okay.
Labor Day, the one coming up.
Okay, could be the same thing, pretty much a different way. But you know the film that you were the Monty Python thing we were talking about earlier about the Life of Brian. Life of Brian was an interesting film because it was supposed to be about the fact that at the time when Jesus was around in the 1st century, it was about the fact that lots of people were claiming to be the Messiah, and this chap called Brian was mistaken to be the Messiah, and it was just a silly thing about that. But in that film, there's a stoning scene where someone was about to be stoned for saying Jehovah, and then so if you want to look up that scene, it's on YouTube, The Life of Brian. And then he says, and then he opened, they all stand and crowd outside Brian's window, and his mum comes out and says, he's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. It's just a silly thing, but it made a lot of people really upset because they felt they were mocking Christianity, and maybe there was an element of that in there. But I didn't really feel that offended by it at all. I felt it was like, typical cliche responses.
They made like a lot of it wasn't like they didn't just make that movie to mock Christianity. There was bits with like, do you remember the Romans, biggest dickers?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of funny things in there. In that, it was talking about the zealots and that, or the secret Windsor Rafts against the Romans and so on. It was an interesting film, but the stoning part in there, if you want to understand a bit about the stoning bit that was in the chat earlier, that's from that film.
Women stoned a man, huh? The women get to do that.
Jeff said that earlier. Yeah, exactly.
I like Truth Be Known says that the movie The Gospel of John is good. Actually, I agree. I've seen it many times. It's just really it was on YouTube. It's just called The Gospel According to John. It's like 3 hours long too. It's a long one, but it's just like word for word The Gospel of John, and I think it's good. And I know like Jehovah's Witnesses just had one. They were kind of taking their take on the Gospel of John.
Terrible.
And it's it's a bit twisted because of course they're gonna have their little doctrinal ideas in there. Like one is they say like when John the Baptist says I'm here to like make way, or he says like I'm here to make way for the Lord, make a straight path for the Lord. And of course who is he talking about? Jesus, right? Well, they said Jehovah.
Yeah.
So they insert Jehovah in places where it's speaking of Jesus, even in their messed up Bible.
Weird stuff.
I was going to say Jehovah is just the untranslated original name, because obviously throughout the ages, as the Bible and everything else has been translated, it's gone from Jehovah to, I think it went to Exjw, and then it went to Jesus, and then eventually we got to Jesus. So it's not so much about like how or what they say, it's just a translation. You know what I mean?
Well, it was done by a 13th century Spanish monk originally.
Well, the way they
but you've also got, it went from Aramaic and Hebrew to Latin. It went from Latin to Greek to Old English to like Mid English, and then obviously started like progressing around the world.
But the Semitic languages are really complicated, and there's no
they are.
It's a Y, I guess. Yeah. Yeshua, like for Jesus. Yeshua.
That's why the Babylonians, a lot of people don't realize this, but if you look at the Bible, why did God allow the Babylonians to go to be captive over the Jews? They're the same people.
Yeah. Here's a question.
Abraham was a Babylonian. He come from Ur.
Why do Jehovah's Witnesses call themselves by, was this J? Is this Jehovah's name?
Yeah.
When they know the Bible still says not to take God's name in vain. Well, they wouldn't consider it taking God's name in vain. They would just be using God's name. And bye, good happy thoughts. She's gotta go.
Oh, see ya.
Thank
I
you.
like your icon there, Bear.
Yeah.
I had to watch that movie with my son so many times.
Oh yeah, that's
Which one?
Robin Hood and Little John running through the
yeah.
that movie. But anyways, to answer your question, just so the way Jehovah's Witnesses would consider not taking the Lord's name in vain, as far as like the 10 Commandments goes, they consider, gotta use Jehovah's name. But actually, that's not what that 10 Commandments is talking about. It's talking about like not saying things like GD, and that's taking the Lord's name in vain.
Right.
Like not cursing at God or using that when you're cursing. That's what I understand it to mean. I don't know.
I think I kind of feel similar to what you're saying, Casey. Jane Spitfire in the chat is asking, has anyone seen the film Passion, The Passion with Mel Gibson? I did see it.
That's a really good movie.
I did. I thought it was really barbaric.
Well, yeah.
But I know he was trying to be very accurate, and it was good as far as that goes. But it was just a bit much for me. Like I don't like it.
It's quite a hard watch, but then again, it kind of does make you sort of think, wow, what he went through for us, and for that reason, maybe it could have an impact on someone at some point. Understanding what that was.
He did also nail the fact of when Jesus met with the Roman consul, because as a matter of fact, that is historically accurate. The Roman consul did meet Jesus and was asking him all these questions. Because even the Roman consul was like, I don't want to persecute you. You've done nothing wrong. It's just that obviously what has been laid upon me by my peers. So give me a reason not to do it. And he was like, I can't.
Yeah. Does anybody? I came across some. Just since we're touching on this point with where Jesus was brought before Pilate. There's a manuscript that's been kind of talked about online, and I don't know how authentic this is. I cannot verify if it's an authentic manuscript from the 1st century, but it's apparently Pontius Pilate's letter to Caesar. So this is a Roman document explaining his report of talking to Jesus and when he was on trial, the whole process of Jesus's trial and what they spoke about, and it's quite detailed. So I don't know whether this is true or not, but it might be worth looking up for curiosity's sake. And just
look that up. I'm not aware of it.
I don't know, but it was fascinating. It was fascinating.
It is a true document. You've also got the document of a Pilate's wife. I don't know who she sent the letter to, but that is an existing document where she was describing how after meeting with Jesus, Pilate had become a changed man and had begun to change his views because he didn't know how to view the world anymore. And she was like a bit worried because like he's not my husband anymore, he's someone else, or because I'm meeting this one person. So maybe this person had a point.
I didn't know about that one. I only knew the one that Pilate's supposed to have sent to Caesar after the trial. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I like what RC Kim said earlier that calling each other. Wait. No. Is it taking taking the
Joey
vain to talk about to say God's name over and over and over, or like to see it as like a lucky charm kind of thing?
Oh yeah, talisman.
That's a good point, because it's like they are so over the top. Like they will not let you in their religion unless you accept that God's name is Jehovah, and if you don't do that, then you can't come in to their religion. It's like all about Jehovah. It's not about Jesus. It's about Jehovah. And it does seem like it's like overboard with the use of the name Jehovah.
There's a lot of good old manuscripts that you can look at that disproves a lot of their teaching. So they say, oh, we sent people to look at these manuscripts. Well, obviously they didn't, because they've misquoted a lot of it.
Also, the oldest name for God that goes before Jehovah is Yahweh.
That's correct. It's YHWH.
And why didn't God,
And-
Jay says, why didn't God make sure we knew how to pronounce his name if he wanted us to use his name?
You know, the Douye Rhymes is a good Bible to look at. I like looking it up because I
okay.
find it to be very accurate.
Okay, David's got to go. Thank you.
Oh,
Anthony,
thanks, David.
for your
Thanks, David.
Bye.
But
Thank
Bye,
you.
David. Bye.
There's older Bibles that's been found, and they still find them in Egypt. They found some books out of the Bible. Of course, we all know about the Dead Sea Scrolls, and what's those other books that we've got downstairs?
We've got Hebrew and Aramaic Bibles as well.
Yeah. I mean, the ones that's been found. That's not just the Dead Sea. I don't know, but anyway, there's several of them. We got a lot of books. It's like a Bible dictionary library downstairs.
Great.
Even got the Wolf.
Anthony, in your research for 607, did you come across the Babylonian family called the Exjw family? It's in Carl Olaf Johnson's book, Gentile Times Reconsidered.
I did see some stuff on that.
Yeah.
I didn't really get much into
Okay. The reason why I kind of thought of it just now is when we were talking about people digging up stuff from manuscripts and archaeological evidence. I was in the British Museum, which is like here in London, and the Watchtower, the witnesses used to do Bible tours. I don't know if they do that in the States in different parts, but they do Bible tours, and so basically it's like a public talk, but they pick out certain artifacts around the museum and use it as lampposts to go to the next point and next point there. So I'm at this area of the British Museum where it's Babylonian, and I was researching the 607 stuff, and I was following some of the information that was in this elder's book, Carl Olaf Johnson's book, and I was interested in these Exjw tablets and what they were. This Exjw family is just a family, and I'm going to make this as short as possible because there is a point I wanted to make about this, but it was this family were recorded as one of the earliest banking families on earth. So basically they were just they established a kind of banking record system, and so every time anyone did a transaction, if they were selling land or selling cattle or whatever, a record was made about this person, April the 15th, blah blah blah, in Babylon, sold this to such and such, and there's a record on a cuneiform tablet. So it's not even parchment, it's cuneiform, like clay tablets, and there was several of them on display in the British Museum, and I took some photographs of it. If I find them, I'll send it to you in an email because they're fascinating. But guess what, I'm looking at these tablets now and taking photographs of them, and 25 Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, are they following me? This can't be real, because they turned up and they were talking about, I don't know exactly what they were talking about. They were coming towards the same thing, because there was another section on 539 and the Cyrus. They were looking at this other one with the Cyrus the Great. So they were trying to prove how Jehovah's Witnesses have got the most accurate understanding of the Bible. And I'm standing there without. In those days, obviously they were wearing suits and stuff. So I'm like, should I talk to them? Should I just say, look, you guys got it wrong, But I held my tongue, and I thought, well, it's no point. They're just going to shut down and just walk away. But the irony is crazy, because this particular a line of reasoning, it makes it impossible for anyone to mess about with the dates of 587. It's impossible, because every single year of the Babylonian reign has been recorded. So imagine now in the States, who on the dollar bill you have you don't have kings or presidents on the dollar bill, do you? You don't really.
So there's presidents on the dollar bill.
Yeah, but so the money is basically recorded. So you can't just make a king or queen or a president disappear for 20 years. There's going to be a record, and every single year of the record is established in those tablets. So when you mentioned about there's manuscripts and then there's actual many cuneiform tablets, I think there's like 4,000 cuneiform tablets,
Right.
making it absolutely impossible for Watchtower to to mess about and say that it happens in 607. And when going right back to the original kind of question that was asked, I think that's the kind of level of digging you may have to do if it's a subject area that was the thing that was making you doubt. It may be that there's no choice. We have to do the work. And I encourage anyone who's listening to not be frightened of really digging to get the answers that you want, because once you have them, whatever they may be, like the United Nations one, Casey, like, okay, someone's heard the rumor that the Watchtower was involved in the United Nations. Well, go and check.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do to get. Once you've done it, and it's done. It's sealed now, and it gives you that freedom. Gives you that freedom to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
That is true. It's in the cuneiform tablets. That's very documented. It's documented that it proves 586 or 587, depends on.
Yeah, it is 586 technically, but apparently there's 1 year. They call it the regnal year, which is like each king had 1 year to fully establish. They had to reign for a year for their reign to start, something like that. Anyway, so you're right. It is 586, 587. It's just one of those dates is correct, but it's only
prove that as well, and that's what.
That's it.
There's proof of it. Then there's. In 2019, the University of North Carolina has an archaeological dig at Mount Zion,
right?
And they had unearthed evidence to prove the 586 also.
Yeah.
Bo says that when he was at church a couple months ago, we sung a song about Yahweh, and I thought, oh shit, as Jehovah's Witnesses had always said, no one else knows or uses God's name. I thought that was funny. And Frederick Franz, someone was saying in here that he's the one who supposedly translated the New World Translation, and he definitely doesn't have enough education to.
Well, he didn't know Greek well enough. He did know some Greek, but he didn't know it well enough.
Yeah,
he was questioned, isn't it, in court?
Yeah. Well,
Russell
was. Didn't even know the simplest of words.
Silly.
I was going to say that with the Jehovah's Witnesses, I think that when it comes to with what they're saying, when you try to expand upon that, they don't know how to expand upon it. So when I had my conversation with them, when it come up to the part of the Last Supper, the capture of Jesus and the crucifixion, I asked them, well, what about the Garden of Gethsemane? And they were like, well, what's that? And I went, well, how do you not know of the Garden of Gethsemane? It's a very pivotal point.
I don't know it.
It's basically when Jesus went to meditate on the hill, and he would witness the past, present, and future sins that mankind would commit, and then still said, "Yeah, I'll still, sacrifice myself."
Well, where is this at? This information.
So some of the older Bibles,
like the Catholic Bible.
With the
not like the Catholic one that you can get now. It's in some of the more archival ones you can find.
How about the original King James? Does it have it the 1611?
Do you know if it does?
I'm not too sure about that one. Maybe I can't remember the one I read. Sorry.
Right.
Well, maybe
we got all kinds, man. I'm telling you, we got a library of Bibles. She wanted to know everything there was to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I had the same resolve. Like I just said, that no stone is going to go unturned. Now, I'm going to dig up everything I can possibly dig up on this religion, archive as much as I can. Yeah.
Well, that's what the Romans did, and that's why they held like stuff like the Council of Nicaea and whatever that guy's name was, who was at the Byzantine Empire at the time. Was it
Arius and Arius?
Augustine, or it wasn't Augustus? It was like Augustine or something.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about the two Arius and Arius that started that Nicene Council.
So Jeff says
an argument over the Trinity.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it was that one guy who was like, God is the Father and Son, but not the Spirit. So they had to hold a council to go, yeah. And that's where co-substantiation came from, where it's like, he is and isn't.
Yeah, they're Arians. Jehovah's Witnesses are Arians. They believe that the Father and the Son are not one.
They're separate beings.
That they're separate, but they believe that they That there's only one ruler, God himself over it.
The Father.
Yeah, Jesus didn't play that important
Jehovah.
of a role. That's Arianism.
Jeff says, can you imagine someone interviewing Franz about his credentials and not bursting into laughter? I know. It's so true. Because he didn't really have any. Okay. Do you want to see a quick little video of the
Yeah, go for it.
convention we went to last weekend?
Now, you got to remember, the regional conventions used to, people that are witnesses know, and I got to see it, used to have thousands of people. There was 1,700 people here. Oh, 1,500 people here. 200 and something on Zoom.
That was it. I just did a quick little.
Is that not crazy?
It's not many in there, and they were sitting down. We were like sitting down to. It was about to start, and that's how few.
The first convention I went to with her, they were how many? 10,000, something like that.
Yeah, probably around that. That's at the convention.
KC, you need to put a little secret camera on your JW.org badge.
In the States, we can't use secret cameras.
Oh,
it depends. No, it depends on what state you're in. Like in this state here, you can video even on private property as long as you know about it, one person. But it can't be. It can only be a cell phone or something. It can't be a disguised recording.
Yeah, it depends from state to state. Like California, I think you can record whatever you want, but other states will be like, no, you need to let someone know.
Right,
Yeah,
but if it's a hidden device, then you could get in trouble.
That was just on my phone.
Yeah.
That convention looks like a midweek bingo night. That's funny.
Oh, get this. We went to a Kingdom Hall that used to be packed.
Yeah.
And there was 30 people there.
You're 35.
One young person.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's going to take its toll on everyone. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's going to take, like for example, since I've left, which was now 13 odd years ago now, like the deterioration in everything that I keep hearing. Obviously, everyone's talking about it. People are going back and checking, and everyone's reporting it. Like, there's no. It's dead. It's dead. Like, and this elder friend of mine, he was saying it's dead. It's dead. People are just going through the motions. It's dead. I said, I was just like, wow, you know. But I can't. I said to them, I can't be there. But if you're there and you have mitigating circumstances that make it really difficult, I understand. But for me, nah, man, I was out. I just had to be out. I just couldn't take it. It's too stressful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
During the baptism.
And this is
I don't blame you.
Anymore. They're having it at the Assembly Hall.
Yeah. So you can see this is the Assembly Hall, even though it was a regional convention. And it wasn't even full. I mean, because I think it holds like 2,200 people there or something, but it was only like, they said there were 1,791.
What?
That includes the people on Zoom. So there was in person, they said it were like 1,550.
Yeah. But you know, Maverick, that's what you're saying. The people are leaving in such a mass amount. It's a big exodus going on right now. That what we're seeing, that's why we want people to send us pictures from all over.
Yeah.
And because every picture we're seeing, the Kingdom Halls look just like the one we posted, or the Assembly Halls look just like this, all over the nation, all over the U.S. So I'm sure it's the same way. It's got to be the same way in Great Britain, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I was going to say, Britain's a bit different with the whole split between Protestant and Catholic.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I mean,
but we're talking about JW in JW land for because it's a separate thing. Yeah, but it's true. It's the decline. There is a decline in general church attendance.
Sure.
Generally, it's true what you're saying. But yeah, I had a feeling that I said this as a sort of passing statement, but I kind of it's relevant. I think maybe that it's going to get to a point where you're going to have just the diehards there. You know, it's going to be like those who are fully idolizing the Watchtower, and they feel a sense of loyalty to the governing body, and then the rest are going to be gone, because anyone, I said this before a few times in passing comments, that I don't believe anyone who's truly decent and has any semblance of honesty can stay there, even if they're struggling right now. I think they're going to go. They'll anyone who's half decent or a decent person who genuinely wanted to be there for the right reasons will find it too difficult. And then you've got the diehards who just basically idolizing the organization. That's how I see it ending, really.
Yeah, basically the people that are feeling like pushed out of it will go, well, the answers, I'm looking for answers, let me seek it elsewhere. And they'll get like, they'll go with whatever's drawn in for them. And the diehards are the ones that won't back down, as you said, and they'll just be like, this is the one true way.
Because you've heard statements, haven't you? We heard statements of, I don't care whether this is wrong, I'm born a witness, I'm going to die a witness, or something like that. I'm thinking, that's crazy.
I've argued with an evangelist, and they were like, I'm right, you're wrong. And I'm like, well, okay.
Well, you'll get that. If they're not willing to reason and explore things, then sometimes you just waste. We used to call it, what was it? When we were on the ministry, we used to say, they're not deserving, so let's move on.
You're a Catholic. Is there a lot of Catholics in Great Britain? I thought there'd be a lot of Anglicans in Church of England.
It's a bit of both. It's you'll have regions in the UK that's got a lot of Catholics, and then other regions that have got a lot of like Anglicans or Protestants. It all depends on where you are.
Okay. That's kind of interesting, because where I'm originally from is not here, but another state, and we only had like 3 main religions. We had Catholic, which would have been the most because it's the Deep South, and then we had
I'm guessing it's Protestant and evangelical.
Baptist would have been second, and third, in just the little area I'm from, was LDS, Latter-day Saints.
Oh yeah, and don't forget Jedi. There's a lot of people actually. Yeah,
we didn't have those there though. But as far as religion goes, that's the way I always try to view that. It's a very personal thing.
Yeah,
I was just curious to know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do not slight anyone for the religion they have. I can have a disagreement with someone, but I'll never say they're wrong for believing what they believe or try to force my conversion upon them.
Unless it's harmful to people. And see,
right. That's
my view of that is I do see Jehovah's Witnesses to be harmful.
Well, they're harmful because they shun people and they treat them like they're dead just because they don't believe the same way. It's silly.
I'm sorry, I don't see Latter-day Saints as harmful. Do I think it's correct? No, but I think it's harmful. I don't see how it's harmful. They don't shun.
Well, it's not a shunning policy. Yeah. So there's a thing called mandated shunning, where certain religious groups like Scientologists and Jehovah's Witnesses have put that in their policies.
Right.
Whereas other religions like Latter-day Saints or Baptists or anyone else, maybe they decide to shun on their own, but that's not in the policy. So
the organization don't.
That's the difference.
I mean, I've got a dear friend that was a Latter-day Saint.
Catholics have, I was going to say, the Catholic Church had something similar where there was a big influx of people who were venerating Santa Muerte, and the Catholic Church, they didn't extradite them, they just denounced it, but said, you're still Catholics, but what you're doing is like wrong.
Right, yeah, same thing, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, do you recognize this?
Oh, wow.
They have this at the Assembly Hall.
Is that a shooting range target practice thing? It looks like.
Oh, and of course, right beside it, you know what's right beside it, right?
Oh yeah, the donation box.
Just a quick. I'm going to jump off now, but I'd just like to say, sorry about. Thank you for having me on your stream. It's been a great conversation.
Thank you for showing up, man. Appreciate that.
Hopefully I can join again soon, but I hope you have a lovely evening, guys.
You too.
You too, and I hope your team that was very famous for very famous musicians wins.
Oh, thank you very much. Take care, everyone.
Take care, man.
Bye. Okay. Jay says, I knew the doctrine was going to change before. Oh, your wife did, right? She looked at me 2 weeks later, tears. Wow, that's cool that you knew that. And it's crazy how they can just keep on, right? Like, well, whatever change happens, we just go along with it. We don't question it. And even if it bothers our conscience a little bit, we just let it go because the governing body said it was okay.
Okay, see, that's the point. That's the point, you know, because that's I was this is the sort of conversation where I was having with this elder, and he agreed with me basically that it's not about the fact that the Bible is real. I said the Bible is not guiding people's decisions for themselves. It's the governing body is doing it, because if for example, like something as trivial as the beard, it's trivial really in the grand scheme of things. It's not a big deal. You can now have a beard, okay, but the fact that everyone's taking it as a law that's been changed based on someone's their idea of you know, they decided that that's something that they want to change, so they change it, and everybody just now says, okay, then we'll go for it, like you just said. But if someone is reading something in their own Bible and they don't feel personally, can't see how they're using the Bible to change something, but the Watchtower has decided that needs to be changed, then you got to now decide who's really in charge of my conscience, you know. And that's where witnesses come unstuck, a lot of them, because they'll say yeah, we follow the Bible, but but you're not following the Bible. You're following an immediate U-turn by a group of people who are saying that they're speaking for the Bible, and it's a big difference. So you know.
And I want to mention this. Truth Be Known has a question about if can the JW shunning policy, has it changed? Because some of them have said hello to her or him. So yes, a little bit. So basically, instead of using the word disfellowship, they say removed. But when you come to the meetings, they can go up and say, hello, we're glad you're here. And then they walk away
like robots. I know.
But that's an interesting point, Casey. Yeah, that what you said. You brought that in your video, didn't you? You brought that in your video. Yeah, and I thought of this, and you made a great point. I'm glad I remembered what I wanted to say about it as well. Because think about this, as you just said, they're allowed to say a greeting. But isn't that if you're following? If we're told that a person who's disfellowshipped or now removed or whatever is on that list of the drunkards and the fornicators or whatever, that list, the scripture directly tells the person, do not say even a greeting to that one.
Right.
But it's not saying about it actually is not talking in that scripture about the greeting, it's the other one. But they try to say that the scriptures support what they say. But now you can say a greeting. But hang on a minute, if you're following the so-called interpretation of the Bible, you shouldn't be even saying a greeting to someone who is on that particular list, apparently, if you're following it. And so it's just like the one thing that it says directly not to do, they're actually doing. Yeah. But I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying it's the right thing, by the way. I'm just saying they're not using the scriptures at all in any way, shape or form to support their argument.
Cherry pick the scripture.
Yeah. They
create whatever you want. Anyone can create anything, any kind of crazy belief by cherry picking scripture. So that's what they've done with that. I think that's in 1 John.
Yeah.
And Truth Be Known says they came up to me in the street. Well, they could come up to you and invite you to the meeting. I don't know if that's what they did, but that's all they can do. They're supposed to just invite you to a meeting, look forward to seeing you at the meeting, invite you to the memorial, invite you to the convention, and that's about it. As far as I know, that's it. So they have, in that sense, they've lightened up, but it's not like they can have a real conversation with you. And the only reason they're really doing all these changes is because they've been sued left and right, and they're trying to lighten up a little bit, and they've lost a lot of members. So I think they're trying to lighten up a little because of the money they've lost and
damage limitation. Yeah.
The higher education is probably the same reason, because they are hoping that, well, we've lost so many people. If they go to college, then they'll be able to donate more money to make up for the people we've lost. Don't you think that's what I think the reason is.
I think so too.
Yeah. Unless there's something else out there I don't know about. But
there's always an ulterior motive anyway, we know that. It's never for the right reason. But we're supposed to Splain said we're supposed to use our Bible trained conscience. No, you control Jehovah's Witnesses so-called Bible trained. It's not Bible trained conscience. It's governing body trained conscience.
Yeah.
There's a massive difference, you know.
They always are saying the governing body has decided. I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
They don't even talk about Jesus. You know, he's not there at all.
No, he's just given them all authority has been given to the governing body under heaven and earth.
Over Jesus. You know?
And Homo sapien, exactly what you said. People forget to do. Always pay attention to their wording and how they say things.
Yeah,
because you'll notice they'll say, "Give the truth to whom deserves it."
very good point.
Give help to whom deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't help someone that's not a witness in good standing. Don't help someone that's not part of this. Don't help them. Don't tell them the truth. They're not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Only those with whom deserves it. And
that's a really good point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the governing body, they do not send help, aid, or anything to people. If they do get help, they're going to get you to sign over the insurance to them, and they make money on it because they get the people to do it for free labor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
then
it's really crazy.
but
It's
they
really
don't-
shady what they're doing, and it's actually illegal. And if they get caught in it, they're going to get handed their butts.
right. And then also like Artsy Kim says that they just sent home a bunch of older helpers from Bethel. And
Yeah.
I remember I did watch that video about that because if you're not useful to them, then I guess you get let go. And then what do they have? What do these elderly people have? I mean, they've dedicated their entire life
Yep.
to this
Well-
organization that in the end doesn't give them anything.
To finish what I was saying, this is something else they do. When they tell people to give and to help people in need, those whom deserve it, they tell the members to do it, not the headquarters. The headquarters set on their money and keep every penny, but yet they take credit for the members who did the work.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
the really shitty part. Excuse
That's
my
true.
words.
Yeah.
As far as like not saying a greeting, yeah, Jay, I think you're right about that. Like you aren't supposed to say a greeting to the apostates, but if you're like just, you know, disfellowshipped and trying to get reinstated and you're, you know, believing or you're inactive, then you can say hello to them. But just a hello, you know, that's it.
But that's a really cruel. You see, that's the what they call in psychology, the like narcissism. People who study narcissism will say that's like the mean sweet cycle. I don't know if you heard that expression before. But what happens is like a person who's manipulative will be nice, and then suddenly drop a mean comment and bring that person down, and then you feel shocked by if you're on the receiving end, and then when you start to feel offended and upset and hurt by this sudden change in the person's behavior and cruel behavior, they suddenly become nice again.
Yeah.
And then what happens is it gets, you know, there's the gaps between the nice parts of the relationship and the not so nice parts become smaller and smaller. So they mess with your head. They're nice 1 minute, next minute they're cruel, then they're nice, then they're cruel, then they're nice. And Watchtower's doing that really in a kind of societal way, like in a group setting, because they're nice, but then you step out of line according to their criteria, they will cross you and make you pay. But then, you can come to the meeting and someone will say hello to you. Oh, isn't that nice? So it's a really, like, it conditions people to be hanging on. Like, oh, I got a hello from someone at the meeting. They must love me. Oh my goodness me, you know. And that kind of can make a person feel emotionally all invested in doing more to come back because they're waiting for the next little crumb of nice, which should be a normal thing. It's crazy. It's so subtle. This is the undue influence I was saying earlier. It comes under. It might be in that book that you were highlighting, but the subtle. What's it called? A spiritual abuse book.
Yeah.
I think
The one about the stoning?
no. There's a book that was out that was, I don't know if it was talked about a couple of weeks. Was it on here or was it somewhere else? Sorry, but this subtle thing of spiritual abuse, and it was talking about the techniques that these organizations use to get hold of your brain, and then they're just nice to you. You know what love bombing traditionally we say, and then they cruel out of nowhere. They're cruel out of nowhere. But then when you start to think, hang on a minute, I don't like being treated like this, they start softening and coming back to So I think the best thing anybody can do, my personal opinion, what helped me a lot was studying narcissism as a concept.
That's good.
Really, 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 really important to understand the way people are manipulative and try and get under your skin. Gaslighting is a term we are more familiar with now.
Yeah.
But it's all it's a narcissistic religion. It really is.
It definitely is. And look how they treat the members. I mean, you could sacrifice so much, and the minute you mess up, you're out.
Yeah.
Or the minute you're like, well, wait a second, I don't think this is true, and I have no hard feelings. I don't think this is true. Okay, you're out.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even get to question anything.
Yeah.
It's just so that's why it's considered a cult, because they don't allow you to have any kind of free thought.
Well, they use the tactics of brainwashing. That's exactly what
it is.
It's a brainwashing technique.
You can look at coercive persuasion, and that's what they call it.
Oh yeah.
You made you feel guilty for having your own feelings, and when something is wrong, you can feel it. Most of the brothers and sisters feel there's something not right, and the way they've been treated is not right, but they suppress it and push it under the carpet, and they just push it away because it can't be. This is Jehovah's organization, and that's where the whole thing about understanding and getting to the root of whether it's truly an elected organization or not. That's why we having an understanding of that also helps in deprogramming ourselves. But a lot of people don't want to spend the energy to do that. I understand why it's quite heavy.
I do think it's important to, at least when you're leaving the religion, so that you don't get sucked back into it or another cult, that you do have to deprogram yourself. Program yourself. It's necessary. I mean, it takes effort. It's important so that you can have your brain back.
Yeah, the bite model. That's right, Esther.
Yeah, that's it. Behavior, information, thought, and emotion.
Control. So if any group is doing that to you, you need to run away.
I find I've become increasingly sensitive to individuals and whoever, basically, that start to display that kind of tendency to try and manipulate my head. And I've maybe reacted quite strongly, but I don't feel guilty about it because we know where we've come from, and you can see it really easily. It's so easy to spot now when someone's trying to gaslight you.
Yes.
It really is. Like I tell you, I have a very, very brief. Oh, sorry, is my microphone's too loud. I'll turn it down. Sorry, Born.
It sounds good now.
Born JW is saying it's a bit loud. Okay. Maybe I just lent into it, but I'll give you a really quick example. I was having just a non-intentional debate with somebody about some philosophical argument. He believed he had a near-death experience, which is fine. I said to him, I don't doubt that. Your experience, and there's so many stories of people saying they've had near-death experiences and they've floated to the ceiling, and watched them operate on them. So, so I said, I was fascinated by his experience. Anyway, later on, a few weeks later, he started to talk about something else. And he mentioned this, that, and the other. And I said, okay, well, I don't particularly agree with your view, but I respect it. That's your view. And we were having this kind of, I thought, was a civil debate. And then he turned around and got really triggered by me using the term belief. I said, no. I said, well, that's your belief. Because no, it's not my belief. And he went into one. It triggered him. And I just, whoa, okay, let's just, cool down. I'll just leave it there then, fine. I didn't mean to offend you. And I said, okay, no love lost here. And, I went to shake his hand. He said, no, you're not shaking my hand. And he went into one. And he said, the last time you shook my hand, you nearly broke my hand. He was so... I said, when did I shake your hand? And then I thought, okay, here we go. I said, if you don't want to shake my hand because you feel triggered, fine. But don't start making up lies now. And that's the thing that got me. Like, okay, this guy's now, to me, psychologically unstable for fabricating a story because he was on the spot about something that he felt triggered about. So I thought, and yet before I would have just said, did I shake his hand? When did I shake it? And then start doubting myself. So now he's trying to make, you know, I would have put it down to maybe I did shake his hand. Yeah, I think I did, you know. And then that's what we do in the Watchtower. We are never correct in our feelings and our thoughts.
Yeah.
It's always Watchtower is the one who is basically correct. Your feelings are not correct. You've surrendered your feelings and your thoughts to us. We decide. And that's basically so I just thought a little conversation turned a bit crazy, and he started lying and telling me that I squeezed his hand and crushed his hand.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, okay. I said, don't lie like that. It's a very annoying. It's very annoying. I found it very irritating straight away. I said, well, I'm going to back off from you now. You're very unstable, so that's fine. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, I met a lot of those guys. But, like I said, there's good people there. Not everybody's like that, but I met a lot of guys that were. And I think that religion drives people a little nutty.
Mm-hmm.
There was one brother who went to try and punch me once for apparently telling him not to. I actually didn't know this chap. This brother was 2 weeks. I only knew him 2 weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks. A friend of mine introduced me to him. He seemed like a nice guy. Anyway, he starts telling everybody all sorts of crazy stories about me. The people were coming back to me and telling me that oh, do you hear he's saying this and he's saying that? Is that true? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said, yeah, he's going around telling people that you were madly in love with this sister and so on. And I said, what? Like, it's completely coming up with his own story. So I confronted him and I basically said, we need to have a little talk, you know. I'm hearing some things coming back from people I know. And did you say this? And he said, well, we're friends, aren't we? Friends like to talk about each other. I said, really? I said, you've only known me about 3 weeks.
Oh my.
Yeah. And I said, okay, so can you just, if we want to carry on, just please, you know, if you want to be a friend to me, I appreciate you don't talk about my business, especially when you're getting it completely wrong and you're just gossiping now. And he said, okay. Although another couple of weeks went past and then he comes back and says some more things. And I said, this time I was really annoyed with him. So I said, right, I'm going to have it out with this brother. So I went and said, I thought I told you that I don't like you just making up stuff and gossiping around. It's getting dangerous now. Please stop it now, otherwise there's going to be some problems. And I said, I backed off from him. He was upset and went into a half defensive. He went off. So I said, okay, well, I don't have to deal with this guy anymore. He's not in my scene. Later, this is the end of it now, so it's not a long story, but I bumped into him randomly about maybe 4 or 5 months later. So this time I'm calmed down now, and I see him. He's sitting in his car. He's outside my friend's house. He's sitting in his car, and he goes, I said, can we just draw a line in the sand, you know, bury the hatchet, and just look, you know, maybe we started on the wrong course. So he gets out of the car and goes, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, no. And I'm, okay, cool, no worries. And then, and then he turns around in his next breath. He goes, actually, I'm not sorry. You know what? And he went into a mad rage and he's just coming up to punch me. And, you know, like, and I said, mate, listen, I said, look, don't try this, yeah, because I will knock you out and then you can go and run to the elders.
Yeah.
I said, you can't just come up to it, because you know what it is, you know, I don't know, other brothers have had this experience. It's like some brothers think that you're just a pushover just because you're a brother.
Right.
You know, I said, I wasn't born into this thing, you know. If you come up to me on the street and tell me, oh, you know, you're not going to get a chance to kind of, no, I'm not an aggressive person, but you know what I mean? It was just the level of instability in people. They're going through their own stuff and then they just make up lies. And then the gossip thing is crazy in the organization. But anyway.
The thing is, there's a lot of gossip. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, you know, it's really nice not to be in this harsh environment with a lot of judgment, a lot of gossip, a lot of anxiety, a lot of guilt, obligation, a fear, just all these negative emotions. As soon as you walk in the Kingdom Hall, they're judging you, and then they're gossiping about you, and then there's anger, and it's just so nice not to have to deal with that. And I just feel sorry for people who are still in that religion, and it's just they're just experiencing
I
all
just
that all
found
the
it to be
time.
the most boring thing ever on the planet.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, this is a T-shirt we're getting ready to put out. So
How do you like
oh, well, that's a good one.
of the Watchtower? Yeah. Okay, and then we've got one thing, a quick little brief video where we filmed the.
And then I want to give a shout out to Artsy. So.
The baptism. Someone was asking how old. There was someone who was young, but nobody who was little tiny children. Like I would say the youngest person, there was 9 people who got baptized. Most of them were older and probably just had family in it. You know, that got
it was only 9 people got baptized.
One of them, 1 or 2 were younger, but I'd say maybe teenagers. Okay, so here's, let me see. Oh no, wrong one. Okay, that one. Let me try again. That's baptism there.
I didn't recognize your wife initially.
That lady.
Oh, lady. I just recognize you. That's cool, man. Not everybody does it.
I like that.
Who just sold their soul?
I know. There's no idea. All right, that's it.
Oh yeah, we are making a Watchtower shirt also. So
yeah, we have.
We got that one, but we're also making one for Facts on JWs, and it has.
We're in the middle. We're in the middle of trying to figure all this out. It's actually not that easy. It's like, okay, got to get the right size and all that. So we'll eventually have some T-shirts. We got one of these. I'll show you something that. I'll show you this one here. Okay, there's that one. Cult survivor. So.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you know, I don't know if we'll keep the colors, but maybe because colors matter depending on based on emotion that you want to create. So, and of course, this is another good one here. I'll show you this real quick.
We need one of Joey.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's so pretty, and he will give off like positive vibes, which everybody needs in this. And here goes another one. Do not believe everything you fear.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And where's the one with our logo?
Okay.
Yeah. I want to print it. I want to make a T-shirt with, you know, not Keith O'Sullivan. Is it Keith O'Sullivan on the end of Body Snatchers when he's pointing?
Oh.
Yeah, that one. I say that's what apostate. You're an apostate with, you know, when you're pointing like that. And then there's a few of them.
I have this other one here.
That one, right?
That's just about the birthdays, which I'll just show real quick here. It's just, it's kind of like our logo, but also I'm finally celebrating my birthday another year wiser.
We should wear that as a badge at the next convention.
They might be celebrating their birthdays by then.
By then, yeah. You'll say you had new light before you guys. We had new lights, you know.
Yeah. So it's a work in progress, you know.
Yep.
It's going to take, I don't know. We're just not very high tech.
No, they're cool. They're cool designs. They look good. They look good.
There's one that says leaving one person at a time or something.
Oh, it's the logo. It just says escaping one person. I think it's escaping one person at a time. Yeah.
I'm going to do my one, which is the 607 reasons why 1914 is wrong.
Oh, I love that.
We'll run it, which is a lie. Sorry, not was wrong. Yeah, that'd be good. 607 reasons why 1914 is a lie.
Yeah, I like that. That would be really good too. And then here's one more. I'll just show this real quick here.
All right.
Bad association.
Yeah.
It's funny. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and end the chat here. Oh yeah, truth Be Kind says, don't forget 1975.
Oh, yeah, we need that. Thank you.
Stay alive till 75.
All right, guys, I want to give a shout out to Artsy Kim. Artsy, what's your channel name?
Yeah.
Artsy has a channel now.
Yeah, she said that she has a new YouTube channel, and she posted a video.
Oh, cool. I'll subscribe. We'll subscribe.
Watch her. Okay, here she says.
Yeah. It's just her name. Artsy Kim GE-USA.
If anyone is able, can you check out my video? I hope my tip works to wake up JDubs. Only
we're definitely going to check it out too. So.
Oh, yeah, Artsy Kim.
Yep.
I guess is that the name? Just her name. Okay, Artsy Kim. I guess the whole thing, is it? Just Artsy Kim GUSA. All right. Okay. Oh, Happy Thoughts says just popped a back video. Japan responsible. Oh yeah, for JW changes for October 2025.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, that's right. Because Japan is supposed to be.
That's the thing about school.
What are they doing?
Japan has a very harsh view of people being told not to go to school. That's why JDubs did that.
Oh, okay. So that could be another then.
That would make sense, actually.
Yeah.
We are making some Watchtower shirts.
Yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. We're working on it.
Yep.
And let's see. Oh, and then of course, like the elderly people, which we've all been talking about this too. The next the Watchtower in November coming out talks about if you're an older person, you may have to accept the fact that you might not live to see Armageddon. You might not make it to Armageddon. So that's all they ever told us, is that we were gonna, Armageddon will come before we got old.
Yep.
So I just wonder how are the elderly people going to deal with that? That's going to be hard for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. So everybody give your support to Artsy, because I want to see her new video. It's going to be good. Everybody, if we all help each other, man, this thing, we can help bring that tower down.
Yeah.
Artsy, I'm going to sub to you just now. I'm going to look for you after the stream. So you got a sub here.
Okay, so just click.
Anthony, here's a t-shirt for you. A print of a tie on the actual t-shirt. So it's a white t-shirt with just the tie on it printed, so you don't have to ever wear a tie again. I should have thought of that. I should have done that when I was a witness.
I hate ties.
I can't stand. I hate them.
Even when this is funny. I was in the entertainment business. I worked at Studio Stage Light and Sound. That's a huge company. It done all the touring and everything for all the people assigned to Capitol or Mercury, those companies there, right? And I still had to wear a blaming tie.
I hate ties.
Hair to my butt. I had to put a suit and tie on.
Oh, it's annoying. I hate suits and I hate ties. I just don't like them. It's just not me. It's not me. It just feels so stiff. Even when they go to someone's wedding or something, like, can I just wear a top or something like that? Why do I have to wear a tie? Just annoying.
You know how to tie a tie, man. I was like 19 and this guy showed me how to tie a tie.
Yeah. It's like all the good stuff happens when you leave.
Yeah, unless you're up on stage, you don't have to wear a tie now. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So Jay has an idea for a book. Do not cast your pearls before swine. His future dream book. That sounds.
Oh yeah, don't cast your pearls. I like that verse too.
And so we'll go ahead and take a look at Artsy Kim's YouTube channel.
Yep.
And so we just want to shout out to everybody who's come in today to watch the live stream. Esther, you're so sweet.
She's always so sweet. Thank you, Esther.
We love you.
We do.
But we just love you because you're so amazing.
We love you because you're always on our channel and you help tell people to like, subscribe, and you monitor all the crazy people.
Yeah. And so thank you, Esther.
And hopefully you'll do a interview one of these days.
Yeah. For the Watchtower t-shirt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're working on it. Thank you, Esther.
Oh, for the Watchtower t-shirt fun. I love it.
And thanks, Maverick, for coming on today.
Oh, thank you guys. It's been my pleasure. I hope I wasn't boring you with all my silly stories, but
no, and actually that could be another one. Like maybe we could come on and talk about like
Jason, I'm a crazy person.
We could talk about crazy experiences we've had with other witnesses in the congregation.
Thanks,
yeah, we've all had them. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. There'll be loads.
That'll be for our next live stream. We could. Do
that. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And
thank you so much.
Suggestions, just send it in the email too, because I'm always kind of open to like, oh, what do we talk about?
Yeah, it does help when people give suggestions. In fact, most chat shows, radio, or this kind of format, it's good. The cues are the people bring in lots of cues. Like it becomes a community thing. It's really good. Like everyone contributing gives everyone each other ideas. You know. Yes. Definitely. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Maverick.
And thank you so much.
Thanks, Born
Maverick. Thank you, man. It's always good talking to you.
Yeah, Andrew. I thought, should I come on tonight? I thought, well, I'll come on for a little bit and just well, I say a little bit. It was a little bit more than. But
yeah, a lot of the same music too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. You know,
I'm a bass player. One of the people that influenced me, man, was Phil Lent.
Yeah.
Of course, Gene Simmons of Kiss, but. That was as early on I was very big into.
Yeah. I didn't know how much I liked the bass until I started playing it, because we didn't have a bass player, and I thought I'll do the bass. I wanted to go on the bass, and I just love it. Really, I really love it. But I kind of fluctuate between two, you know, now. But I enjoy the bass much more sometimes than the guitar. Actually, I think more like a bass player, but then I do guitarist. It's weird.
The logic one in the band.
Yeah. We still won.
I got into bass. It was kind of good in one way because I have a natural ear for it.
Yeah.
And with guitar, it was harder.
Yeah.
But, you know, my dad didn't know the difference between bass and guitar, so he's not musically inclined, so he bought me a bass. And
no, it's cool. No, the bass has a unique set of skills needed to be able to, because you got to be locked in, haven't you, with a drummer, and it's a lot of creative
foundation for the band, man.
Absolutely. And sometimes it is the bass that actually carries the whole song. A lot of times it is actually. So we'll have to do it.
That it's a very important part of a band.
It makes the guitarist look cool, don't we?
The guitarist, man. That was always my thing. You know, I'm not a frustrated guitarist to be a bass player, but I never got the chance to be a guitar. I just didn't have the ear for it.
Well,
bass and started playing, and then as I got older, because I was a metalhead and into all the hard rock and all that stuff, and then as I got older, I got more into funk and jazz.
Same here. So I think we had a similar kind of journey. I started off on rock and punk, actually. I was massive punk
too. Yeah, UK
punk, and the Police, like for example, in the late 70s, early 80s, when the Police would come in. It's funny. My good friend. He's a drummer, and his favorite drummer was Stuart Copeland, and my favorite guitarist was Andy Summers and Sting on the bass. So it's like, it's like our musical minds kind of like thing. So it's all good. And then the other chap who's this elder now, who's a PIMO, he's into Springsteen and a lot of 80s stuff. So we've got a real melting pot of I'm hoping that we can do something musical soon with that. It's really cool.
Differences.
Massive.
It's great, man. You know, it's a journey. It's a never-ending story, and it continually changes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pigeonhole ourselves into one thing. You know, like it's so big. You know, you can 1 minute. Sometimes I feel like playing funk. Sometimes I feel like playing kind of mellow, chilled out music. Then I want to punk out as well. You know, it's like a rock out, and so it's just whatever mood you're in. It should be like that, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do, man. That's
exactly.
He wants us to check out the video and try showing it to your PIMO friends on how new light is not in Proverbs according to their intro. Oh yeah, that's true, because the whole chapter, again, they're cherry picking scriptures. If you read the chapter of Proverbs about new light, it's not talking about information.
Right. It's talking about wise King Solomon telling his two sons about how to follow the path of righteousness, or the path to
I felt like such an idiot when I looked at Proverbs after I left. I thought, how did I not get this? What?
Yeah. And so
It's so obvious. It's so obvious. I mean, it's
Yeah.
No. They told me that's where they got it from. So I read the whole chapter 4 and I went,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Supposed to talk about on our next future live stream examples of Watchtower doublespeak. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be a that'll be a good one.
Okay. Well, we'll do that.
I know a bunch of them off.
Are you guys tomorrow? Are you doing something tomorrow or not sure?
Another.
We might.
I don't know.
I'll keep a lookout for it. Anyway, I might.
Yeah, if I can talk her into it, we will.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just want to make sure we have something to talk about.
Yeah, no, quality over quantity of always, isn't it? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, true. But, I'm watching a match tomorrow as well.
If I do, then I'll put a thumbnail in there. We'll definitely do one our plan is every Saturday at 4:30 Eastern time. And that's the goal. And if we throw some more in there, we will.
Next week could be good.
Next week?
Why? Because there'll be some new information.
Oh, what new information?
I'll tell you later.
New light. New light.
Something else.
New light.
I hope it's new light. We'll see.
Okay. Yay.
One of the reasons why I like coming here on this with you guys or hanging out with you guys and everyone in the chat is because you feel light afterwards. Okay. You know, sometimes you go on the platform and you just feel, oh my goodness, I feel more heavy and depressed now since of it. But I really like, it's like it's really, really heavy, and I just love what and that's some
intention, actually.
Yeah, you've nailed it, guys.
Or light or lofty, but to be lighthearted, man.
Exactly. That's
when you're in that religion or been in it for so long, it is very heavy feeling and very depressing. So you need to have an outlet where
absolutely
people understand what you're talking about, because when you talk to people who've never been Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't understand what it's like to be shunned or to go through trauma in that religion. So hopefully this channel can help people, have a little outlet, and at the same time we can, have, like you say, lighthearted.
Thank you, Dallas.
Yeah.
And happy feelings, because that's what we have to create.
Exactly. And I appreciate you both. And little Joey always puts a smile on my face as soon as he comes on this stage as well.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's adorable.
I'm the chair.
He's the royal dog.
Okay. Bye, Esther.
Take care.
Esther, you have a very good night, dear. And we hope to see you next week. Or if we're on tomorrow.
Yeah.
If
but
you're
definitely
awake.
next Saturday. And so
thank you so much,
everyone. And
bye everyone in the chat as well.
Bye, everybody.
all our friends in the chat.
And
yes.
good
night.
Thank
Maverick
you.
later.
Take care. Bye.
Wonderful weekend.
Yep. Oh, hey, we missed somebody here. Where'd he go?
Who is it?
Oh, my Jeff.
Oh, Jeff already left. Yeah, he had to
go. He had to go. All right.
Mm-hmm. So bye, Pomo Sapien, Esther, Jeff,
Bo the Hopper,
and Truth Be Known,
Born JW,
Artsy Kim, JW, Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas, definitely Dallas.
Happy thoughts.
Dallas with all the good ideas.
And Jay.
Truth Be Known, you mentioned
Butterfly Queen, Jane.
Oh, Jane Spitfire, yeah.
And QC Man, thank you so much for your donation, as well as Esther. And let's see if I missed anybody else.
Happy thoughts?
We saw a JW in here too, another one.
No, he wouldn't. he actually wouldn't. He was just making some statements, funny statements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Jenny Perfume.
Oh, Jenny Perfume, yeah.
Yeah. So we just want to shout out. Oh, Pam. Pam's in here. And
Pam. Okay.
And anyone else we missed, we just want to say thank you for coming in and just being supportive. And
everyone.
And we
love you guys all. Thank you so much.
We want to read your comments, and we want to share them, and we want to know what you think too. So maybe what we could plan on another one, since this was suggested to us, is just the Watchtower. They're like catching them in their flip-flop doctrines, I guess, their constant changes. Wasn't that it?
Yep.
So we could talk about that. That might be good. All right, everybody.
Oh yeah, QC Man bought a membership. Thank you.
Oh yes, and thank you for the membership too, and thanks for our YouTube members.
Thanks, Esther, for reminding us.
And thank you for our Patreon members too.
And everybody, go check out Artsy Kim's video.
Yes. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Peace and love, guys.
Bye.